My name's Lisa.
And my name's Kevin.
Kevin, where are we?
We're at Whole Foods and we're going to buy some fruit and learn some great vocabulary about fruit.
Let's get started. Kevin, did you go shopping?
Yeah, I went shopping today.
What did you buy?
I bought some fruit.
What is that in the shopping cart?
This is a watermelon.
That's a big watermelon.
Yeah, it's a big watermelon.
Is it heavy?
It's very heavy. I'm going to drop it. I better put it down.
How do you pronounce watermelon?
Well, it's like two words together. You have the word water, right? You have the fast D, water, water, plus melon. Melon, use the short S sound like red and head, melon. Then the closed sound, un. This is a watermelon.
That's a big watermelon.
It sure is.
Do you like watermelon?
I love watermelon.
Is it countable?
Yeah, the word melon is countable. I can have one watermelon or two watermelons. And we have different kinds of melons, but they all have different names. For example, this one. This is a cantaloupe. Can I call it a melon? Well, it's in the melon family, but we call it a cantaloupe. I didn't buy one today, but that's what it's called. It's called a cantaloupe.
What about the letter T?
Well, when you have NT between vowels, you don't really hear the T. Cantaloupe. This is a cantaloupe. It's a melon, but we have a special name for it. We call it a cantaloupe.
What else did you buy?
I bought some berries. Berries, berries, and more berries.
Wow, that's a lot of berries, but they're all different.
That's right, they're all different. They all have different names. For example, these berries.
What are they called?
They're called blueberries because they're blue. They're blue berries, so that's what they're called, blueberries. Now, are these called red berries? No, they're not.
These are raspberries.
That's right, they're called raspberries. We hear the short S sound like black cat, raspberries. The S makes a Z sound like in zebra with a voice, Z, raspberries.
What about the P?
The P is silent. We do not say raspberries, it's raz. Make the voice with the Z, raspberries. These are raspberries.
Do you like raspberries?
They're okay. They're not my favorite. And we have these berries. What color are they?
They're black.
That's right. So what are they called?
Blackberries.
That's right. That's right. They're called blackberries, and they're black. And they have seeds. Blackberries have seeds. Most berries have seeds.
What else did you buy?
I also bought some cherries. These are cherries, but they do not have seeds.
These are cherries.
And they do not have seeds.
What do they have?
They have a pit. That's right, cherries have a pit inside, just like an avocado or a peach, but it's much smaller. But we still call it a pit. Cherries have pits, not seeds inside of them.
What else did you buy?
I also bought some grapes. These are grapes.
What kind of grapes are they?
They are green grapes because they're green.
Are they sour?
Not really. We don't call them sour. Sometimes they're tart. It's not quite sour. It's less than sour. Sometimes grapes are tart.
What about cherries?
They can be tart or sour, depending on the cherry.
Do you like grapes?
I love grapes. I like red grapes more than green grapes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for watching. And if you want to learn English and practice speaking English, subscribe to our channel.
And if you want to become a member, click the join button.
Hey Kevin, where are you?
We're at our hotel room. Let's go check it out and learn some English. This is a key card. It's a key and it's a card, so we call it a key card. And here next to our bed, we have a table. But we have a special name for this table. It's called a nightstand. That's right. Of course, you can call it a table, but we have the word nightstand for this table next to the bed. For any table next to your bed, usually with a lamp, is called a nightstand. And this nightstand has one drawer. Pronunciation, the DR makes a j sound with a voice like juice and jump, j. Plus the R, j. And the or like floor and more. Put it together, drawer. Drawer. This is a drawer. I'm going to close the drawer.
Is the drawer empty?
Let me see. Yes, the drawer is empty. There's nothing in the drawer. Remember, pronunciation for empty. Don't pronounce the P sound. It's M-T. Empty. This drawer is empty. Let's see what else we have in the room. We have a microwave and we have a bucket. This is a bucket for ice, so we call it an ice bucket. This is an ice bucket, and it's empty too. There's no ice in the ice bucket, so I need a refrigerator. Aha! There's a refrigerator, a little refrigerator. You can say refrigerator, or for short we say fridge. We have a little fridge right here.
Hey Kevin, what kind of door is that?
Oh, yeah, this is a sliding door. It's called a sliding door because it slides. That's the action, that's the verb, slide. So this is a sliding door. Pretty cool. Let's check out the closet. In the closet we have hangers. This is one hanger, but we have a lot of hangers. Remember the pronunciation. We don't say hanger. We don't make a hard G sound for the G. We pronounce it hanger with a sound in our nose. Hanger. Hanger. This is a hanger. We have a lot of hangers.
Is there an iron?
Yes, there's an iron. We have an iron. Remember pronunciation? Iron. It has the yer sound like tire and fire and dryer. Iron. This is an iron. And this is an ironing board. We call it an ironing board.
Is there a mirror?
Yeah. There's a sliding door and there's a mirror on the sliding door. Pronunciation, mirror. The first vowel is ear, like ear. Together, mirror. Mirror. We use like burger. Put it together, mirror. Mirror. There's a mirror on the sliding door.
Hey Kevin, do we have to make the bed?
No, this is a hotel room. We don't have to make the bed. They're going to make the bed for us. They're going to pull off the sheets and wash everything. We don't have to make the bed. Let's talk about the blankets. Yes, they're all blankets, but they have specific names. This is a comforter. Pronunciation, comforter. Comforter. The stress is on the first syllable. It's 3 syllables. Comforter. Comforter. This is a comforter. And these are sheets. Use the long E sound like green beans. Sheets. More than one. 1 sheet, 2 sheets. The bed has sheets. And they're going to wash the sheets. So we don't have to make the bed. We can leave it a mess.
Are they gonna change the pillowcases too?
Probably. This is a pillowcase and this is a pillow. Yeah, I think they're going to change the pillowcases. They'll probably wash the pillowcases. And these are the curtains. Let's talk about pronunciation for curtains. We don't say curtains. The second syllable is not stressed. So you have 2 pronunciations that are correct. You can say curtain, tin, curtain, or curtain, curtain, where you make the stop T and it falls to an N. Curtain. 1 curtain? No, 2 curtains. Curtains is usually plural.
Are they gonna wash the towels too?
I hope so. Yeah, I think they're going to wash the towels too. So we can leave the towels on the floor. Towels. Pronunciation, tow. Ow, like cow and how. Towels. Ols. The second syllable has a dark L. Ol, with the tongue near the back of the mouth. Ol, like call and wall. Towel. Towel. 1 towel, 2 towels. We can leave the towels on the floor. Towel. 1 towel, 2 towels. They're going to wash all the towels. In the room, we have curtains, but now we have blinds. That's right. These are blinds. You close the blinds or you open the blinds. Blinds. You don't really hear the D, blind. We don't say 1 blind, but we put the S and we say blinds. Blinds. Close the blinds. Do you want to take the elevator?
Yep, I want to take the elevator.
Let's go. Elevator. Pronunciation, elevator. Put the stress on the first syllable. Elevator. And the T is pronounced as a fast D. Elevator. Ader. Elevator. We're taking the elevator. I don't want to take the elevator. I want to take the stairs. Remember, use the verb take. You take the elevator or you take the stairs. Come on, let's take the stairs. It's faster. We found vending. What is vending? It means selling. They're selling something. What are they selling? This is a vending machine. It sells sodas. It's a Coke machine or a vending machine. Remember the V sound, make vibration with your teeth. V. The position is straight or relaxed. Vending. I found a vending machine. And there's an ice machine too.
Now Kevin is taking the elevator. He's going down.
It's a fancy elevator. It's got a digital screen.
What does it have?
It has a digital screen. It's a fancy elevator.
Thank you. Is it fancy?
Oh yeah, it's a fancy hotel because it has a fancy elevator. This is the lobby. This is the lobby to the hotel. Pronunciation, use the short ah sound like hot and stop. Lobby. This is the hotel lobby. This is where you check in. You check in when you arrive and you check out when you leave. You can also say this is the front desk. Front desk. Pronunciation, use the short sound like cup and up. Front desk. Use a stop T for front. Do not release the sound. Don't say front desk, but front desk. Link the sounds. Front desk. Front desk. This is the front desk, or you can say the lobby. It's where you check in. Oh, to check in, you need an ID and a credit card. You need a credit card for incidentals. Even if you paid for the room before, you need to have a credit card for incidentals. What are incidentals? Extra things you might be charged for. You need a credit card for incidentals. A fake tree is a tree that's not real. I think it's a fake tree. What do you think? Is it a real tree or a fake tree? What do you think, Lisa?
I think it's a real tree.
How do you know it's a real tree?
You can touch the leaves and see how they feel.
Oh yeah, it feels real. This is a real tree inside the hotel. It's in the lobby. Pronunciation, tree. Remember, TR makes the chicken sound. Tree. Now we're at the outdoor patio. This is an outdoor patio. Pronunciation, patio. The T is pronounced with a fast D. Patio. This is an outdoor patio. And this is a beautiful sculpture. Pronunciation, sculpture. The TU is pronounced with the ch, like chicken. Sculpture. Sculpture. This is a beautiful sculpture. This is a sculpture of a seal, I think.
Otter.
Maybe an otter. Here at the hotel, there's a sign in the parking lot. It says no parking at any time. Pronunciation. Vehicles. Vehicles. The H is silent. We do not say vehicles. It's via. Vehicles. Vehicles is another name for cars. Vehicles will be towed. Towed. That means a tow truck or a wrecker will take your car away, and you will have to pay to get your car back. It's not good. Also, we see the word unauthorized. Pronunciation, unauthorized. AU makes the aw sound, like ball and call. Authorized. Unauthorized. That means cars that are not supposed to be here.
My name's Lisa.
And my name's Kevin.
Kevin, where are we?
We're here at Joann. It's a craft store, and today we're going to learn great vocabulary about crafts.
Let's get started. Kevin, what do they sell here at the craft store?
Well, they sell a lot of things, including fabric. They sell a lot of fabric.
Is it countable or uncountable?
Normally it's not countable. We just say fabric, not fabrics or one fabric, just fabric.
And how do I buy it?
Well, they sell the fabric by the yard. You have to buy it by the yard.
Do we have to say the yard?
Yes, we have to say the. You can't say by yard, we say by the yard. And a yard is 3 feet.
And what kind of fabric do they have here?
They have a lot of different kinds of fabric.
What about cotton fabric?
Sure, they have cotton fabric, all kinds of fabric.
How do we pronounce fabric?
Fabric. Use the short A sound like black cat for the first syllable, fabric. Then the short I sound like this is, fabric. Put the stress on the first syllable. They sell a lot of fabric here at the craft store.
How do we pronounce yard?
Yard. That's right, they sell the fabric by the yard. Use the open Y sound like yellow and yesterday, plus the R sound like car and far. Together, yard. And a stop D. Yard. They sell fabric by the yard. Remember, that's 3 feet. 3 feet equals 1 yard.
Look what I have. These are pins, but they're different. Kevin, what kind of pins are these?
Those are just regular pins. Pronunciation, use the short I sound like this is. Pin. Not pen like you write with, but pin. These are regular push pins.
What about these pins?
Well, those pins are different. Those are called safety pins. I think they're called safety pins because you can close them and they're safer. So that's why they're called safety pins.
These are pins. Kevin, what do you have?
I have 2 different things. I have needles. These are called needles. They have a little hole in the top of them, and that's called the eye of the needle. You put the thread through the eye of the needle.
What's the verb? What about the verb?
The verb, when you put thread through the needle, we use the verb thread. You thread the needle. That means you put the thread through the eye of the needle. That means you thread the needle. And these are different. These are called tacks. Or you can call them thumbtacks because you push them with your thumb. That's why they're called thumbtacks. You stick them in the wall or whatever you want.
Kevin, what do all these things have in common?
They're all sharp. You have to be careful with them because they all have a pointy end. We say sharp. They're all sharp. Be careful. Tacks or thumbtacks, needles,
Pins and safety pins. They're all sharp. And what do? Do they poke you?
They can if you're not careful. So be careful with these. They're all sharp.
Let's do some more vocabulary. Here I have a spool of thread. Kevin, how do we pronounce spool?
Spool. We pronounce it with a long oo plus a dark L. Spool. Like cool and pool. This is a spool of thread. That's how you buy thread. On a spool.
And the verb is to thread. You thread the needle.
That's right. That means you put the thread through the eye of the needle. Through the needle. You thread the needle. And this is a spool of thread.
Kevin, how do we pronounce thread?
Thread. We have the TH making the voiceless sound with air, plus the R. Thir. Be careful, not thr, but thread. Plus the vowel e like red and bed. Thread. This is a spool of thread.
Kevin, what do you have?
I have some scissors. These are scissors.
Kevin, can I say 2 scissors?
Sometimes Americans say 1 scissors and 2 scissors, but it's not right. You're supposed to say 1 pair of scissors and 2 pairs of scissors. This is correct. I have 2 pairs of scissors.
Kevin, how do we pronounce scissors?
We use the short I sound like this is, scissors. The middle consonant is the Z sound, like zebra. Make the voice, Z, scissors. Plus the sound like burger, scissors. And the last S is also the zebra sound, Z, make the voice. These are scissors. I have 2 pairs of scissors.
Kevin, are they sharp?
I hope so. They're brand new. They better be sharp.
What is the opposite of sharp?
The opposite of sharp is dull. If these scissors are dull, I will take them back because new scissors should be sharp, not dull.
How do we pronounce dull?
Dull. Use the short sound like cup and up. Dull. Plus the dark L. Dull. The dark L. Dull. These scissors are not dull because they're brand new. They're very sharp. That's the opposite.
Kevin, what do we have here?
We have sewing machines. These are sewing machines.
So what about the verb, sew?
The verb is sew. Use the long O sound like know and go. Sew. You sew with a sewing machine.
What about the past form?
In the past, we say sewed. We just have the D sound at the end. Sewed. You put ED, link the sounds. Sewed.
Kevin, can you sew?
No, I cannot sew. Can you sew?
Yeah, I can. I used to sew dresses for the girls.
That's right. You used to sew. So in the present sew, in the past sewed, and the participle is different. The participle is sewn. I have never sewn anything in my life.
But I have sewn a few dresses for the girls, for my daughters.
Have you ever sewn anything in your life with a sewing machine? Very good.
What about the lady who's sewing? What do you call her?
A lady who sews things is called a seamstress. She's a seamstress because her job is sewing things.
So what does she do at work?
She sews things all day at work, and we call her a seamstress.
And she has a sewing machine. This is a sewing machine.
That's right, she sews things with her sewing machine.
Do you have a sewing machine? Good job. Kevin, look what I have.
What is that?
This is ribbon. Is it countable or uncountable?
Both. Sometimes we say ribbon and it's not countable. We're going to buy some ribbon. But if I cut a piece off and I make something with it, it's called a ribbon. So we use it both ways.
Kevin, what is it on?
The ribbon is on a spool. This is a spool of ribbon. Remember a spool of thread? This is a spool of ribbon.
Kevin, how do you pronounce ribbon?
Ribbon. It's two syllables. Put the stress on the first syllable. Ribbon. Use the short I sound like this is. Rib. Ribbon. And the second syllable is not stressed. It's relaxed and closed. Ribbon. This is a spool of ribbon. Hey Lisa, what do you have there?
These are buttons.
That's right, those are buttons. Remember the pronunciation. Use the stop T, but, and then go to the N. Buttons. These are buttons. There are small buttons, large buttons, and medium-sized buttons. This is a bag of buttons.
What about the verb?
The verb. We sew on a button. We have to use the phrasal verb, sew on. You cannot say I sew a button, you sew on a button. If a button is missing, you can sew on a button. If you know how, but I don't know how to sew on a button. Do you know how to sew on a button?
Yeah, I know how to sew on a button.
Do you know how to sew on a button? Very good. Today we're going to learn and practice with the three pronunciations of words ending in EW. We have these three words: few, new, and so. Let's take a closer look. With the word new, we see the most common pronunciation of EW. It's pronounced oo. The long oo sound like food and moon. Pronunciation: new. Not new, but oo, new. Example: new shoes. Or New York. Let's practice. Does he have a new car? That's right, he has a new car. Other examples: chew and chewy. Chew is a verb, it's an action. And chewy is an adjective, it's a description. Example: the dog likes to chew on the shoes. Let's practice. Does the dog like to chew on the shoes? That's right, the dog likes to chew on the shoes. Or the adjective chewy makes the oo sound. Chew-y. Together, chewy. So example, you have chewy granola bars or crunchy granola bars. I prefer chewy granola bars. What about you? Do you prefer chewy granola bars or crunchy granola bars? Very good. We also have verbs in the past, like fly in the present, in the past, flew. That's right, not flew, but flew. It's the oo sound, the long oo, flew. In the present, fly. In the past, flew. If I ask a question, I say, where did he fly? And I answer with the past, he flew to New York. He flew to New York. Let's practice. Where did he fly? Did he fly to New York? That's right, he flew to New York. Or the verb blow, in the past, blew. That's right. Just like the color blue, the pronunciation is the same. In the present, blow. In the past, blew. Example, the wind blew down the tree. Let's practice. What happened? Did the wind blow down the tree? That's right. The wind blew down the tree. Other verbs in the past, grow. In the past, grew. Example, the flowers grew very well in the garden. Let's practice. Did the flowers grow very well in the garden? That's right. The flowers grew very well in the garden. And the verb draw. In the past, drew. In the present, draw. In the past, drew. Example, he drew a picture of a dinosaur. Let's practice. Did he draw a picture of a dinosaur? That's right. He drew a picture of a dinosaur. And the verb throw. In the past, threw. Making the long oo sound. Threw. Example, he threw the ball. Let's practice. Did he throw the ball? That's right. He threw the ball. Example, crew. Crew is a noun. It's a group of workers. A group of workers is a crew. It's countable, so I have to say a crew. Example, there's a crew of workers in the building. Let's practice. Is there a crew of workers in the building? That's right, there's a crew of workers in the building. The word stew. Stew is a kind of soup. It usually has beef, potatoes, and other vegetables. Pronunciation, stew, using the long oo sound. Stew. Example, they're eating beef stew. Let's practice. What are they eating? Are they eating beef stew? Very good. I love beef stew. What do you think? Do you like beef stew? Very good. And we have the word brew, using the long oo sound. Brew. Brew can be a verb or a noun. Example, when you make coffee, the verb is brew. You brew coffee. Or if you make tea, you can brew tea. We also use this word for beer. When they make beer, they brew beer. So brew can be a verb. Example, he's brewing coffee. Let's practice. Is he brewing some coffee? That's right, he's brewing coffee. Or brew can be a kind of coffee. Example, cold brew is a kind of cold coffee. Example, they sell cold brew at Starbucks. Let's practice. Do they sell cold brew coffee at Starbucks? That's right, they sell cold brew coffee at Starbucks. And we have the word screw. Example, he has a screwdriver and some screws. Let's practice. Does he have a screwdriver and some screws? That's right, he has a screwdriver and some screws. Example, cashew. Using the long oo sound, cashew. A cashew is a kind of nut. We don't say cashew nuts, we just say cashews. 1 cashew, 2 cashews. These are cashews. I don't like cashews. Do you like cashews? Very good. Example, mildew. That's right, not mildew, but mildew. Ooh. We're using the most common pronunciation of EW at the end. Ooh. Mildew. Mildew is a kind of mold. It grows in your shower. Example, he's trying to clean the mildew off his shower. Let's practice. What is he doing? Is he trying to clean the mildew off his shower? That's right, he's trying to clean the mildew off his shower. Example, Jewish. Making the long oo, Jew, Jewish. Jewish is a description for the religion. These are Jewish people. Jewish is a description. It's an adjective describing the people. These are Jewish people. Let's practice. Are these Jewish people? That's right. These are Jewish people. Now let's talk about the word few. This word uses the u sound, like you. Together, few. Few, not many, 2 or 3 or 4, a few. Example, he has a few dollars. Let's practice. Does he have a few dollars? That's right, he has a few dollars. Example, nephew. Again, making the u sound. Nephew. My brother is married and he has a son. My brother's son is my nephew. And my brother has a daughter. My brother's daughter is my niece. So I have a niece and nephew. Pronunciation, nephew. I have a nephew. What about you? Do you have a nephew? Very good. Let's look at the word pew, making the u sound. Pew is countable. A pew. A pew is a bench in a church. They're sitting in a pew. It's one countable noun. Let's practice. Are they sitting in a pew in church? That's right, they're sitting in a pew in church. This is a skewer, making the u sound. Skew. Skewer. Skewer is countable. This is a skewer. They're cooking on the skewer. Let's practice. Are they cooking on the skewer? That's right, they're cooking on the skewer. Example, curfew, making the u sound. Curfew. Curfew. Curfew is a time when you cannot be on the streets. If there is a curfew, that means you cannot be outside your house after a certain time. Example, there's a 10 o'clock curfew. That means you cannot be outside of your house after 10 o'clock. There's a curfew. Let's practice. Is there a 10 o'clock curfew? That's right, there's a 10 o'clock curfew. And the last sound is O. That's right, this word is pronounced so. The EW makes the long O sound, like know and grow. Sew. Sew is a verb. He is sewing on the sewing machine. Sew is the action. Example, he knows how to sew. I don't know how to sew, but he knows how to sew. Let's practice. Does he know how to sew? That's right, he knows how to sew. Example, she knows how to sew. I don't know how to sew, but she knows how to sew. Let's practice. Does she know how to sew? That's right, she knows how to sew. What about you? Do you know how to sew? Very good. The action sew in the past is sewed. That's right, it's pronounced with the long O. Sewed. Plus the D sound. Connected together. Sewed. Ode. Sewed. She sewed a dress. She sewed a beautiful dress. Let's practice. Did she sew a dress? Did she sew a beautiful dress? That's right, she sewed a beautiful dress. And the participle is sewn, with the long O sound. Sewn. Sewn is a participle we use with have or has. I have never sewn anything because I don't know how to sew. She has sewn many things because she knows how to sew. What about you? Have you ever sewn anything? Very good. So remember, when you have EW at the end of the word, you have 3 possible pronunciations. The most common is oo, like new, but sometimes you have the pronunciation U, like few. And the least common is the long O, like so. We're at Campbell Community Center here in Campbell, California. It's in Silicon Valley, and we're looking for handball courts. These guys are playing handball. It's a sport like racquetball, but you don't have a racket, you use your hand. And the area they're playing in is a court. It's a handball court. They're playing handball in the handball court. And this is also called a court, but this is a tennis court, and they're playing tennis. They're tennis players. Here we have one tennis court and two tennis courts. He just served the ball. That's the action when you start the game. You serve the ball. Serve, just like you serve food. We found a skate park. This is called a skate park, where people practice riding skateboards. At the skate park, they have ramps and half pipes. This is a half pipe because it's like a pipe cut in half, so it's called a half pipe. This is a track, and people are exercising on the track. Some people are running on the track, some people are jogging on the track, and some people are walking on the track. Jog, in the continuous form jogging, is when you run slowly. So some people are jogging on the track. Pronunciation track, the TR makes a chicken sound with the R together, chur, track. Use the short A sound like apple and black cat, track. They're walking on the track. They're practicing football on the field. This is a football field, and we use the preposition on. They're practicing football on the field. If you say in the field, that is only correct for animals. Animals are in the field, on a farm. But these are football players, and they're playing or practicing on the field. This is a football field. That's right, here in America, this is football, because soccer is a different sport. You don't say American football, you just say football. They're practicing football on the football field.
For your visual perspective, when you see him in a catch technique, like this, catch funnel, you know the inside is going to be there. But if it's here, hopefully coach just give you the ability to make a change.
We're walking on the track, getting some exercise. Hey Lisa, are you walking on the track?
Yep, I'm walking on the track.
I'm exercising. I'm exercising on equipment. This is exercise equipment. Remember, equipment is not countable. I cannot say one equipment and two equipments. It's all just equipment. There's a lot of exercise equipment here. Oh, if you need to count, we can say one piece of equipment. Example, one expensive piece of equipment. But these are not very expensive.
Very good, Kevin.
Thank you.
Are you getting stronger?
I think so. I'm getting tired.
Kevin is getting tired. But he's also getting stronger. Are you pooped?
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm pooped. I can't do any more.
Is it
I'm
fun?
exercising.
Is it fun?
It's difficult. It's kind of fun.
Oh, it's very hard. I'm very weak.
2 reps. You did 2 reps. Rep is short for repetition. You did 2 reps. Good job.
Yay!
This is boring. I don't like that. This is special exercise equipment for people in wheelchairs. It's special exercise equipment for handicapped people. See? These are special benches. We don't call these benches. We call them bleachers. That's right, bleachers, using the long E sound like green beans. Bleachers. These are called bleachers. These are called bleachers, but when people are sitting in them, you can say they're sitting in the bleachers or they're sitting in the stands. There are no people sitting in the stands today because there's no game. You can call these stairs or you can call these steps. Because there are only a few of them, you can say steps or stairs. But we have another option. What's this? This is called a ramp. It's one thing, so we say it's countable. This is a ramp. A ramp is for people in wheelchairs. So you can say it's a wheelchair ramp. But it's definitely a ramp. Pronunciation, use the short A sound like black cat, ramp. The A sound changes a little before the M. It goes more nasal in your nose. Ramp. This is a ramp. After exercising, I get thirsty, so I want to drink water. But I'm not going to drink all of it. I'm only going to take a few swigs. That's right. One big drink can be a swig. You can also call it a gulp. But if it's a fast drink, a fast big drink, that's a swig. I'm going to take a few swigs, and then I'm going to go back and exercise some more. I'm taking a few swigs of water.
I'm thirsty, but I'm not gonna take a swig. I'm gonna take a little sip.
Hey Lisa, your sweater's the same color as the couch.
That's right. My sweater is blue and the couch is blue.
So can I say your sweater combines with the couch?
No, we don't say it. We use the verb match.
Okay. Can I say your sweater matches with the couch?
No, it's not correct. We just say, my sweater matches the couch.
So no with.
No with.
Okay. So her sweater matches the couch. Let's practice. Does her sweater match the couch? That's right. Her sweater matches the couch. Remember the pronunciation. Matches. Her sweater matches the couch.
Good job.
Let's talk about this thing. What is this called? It's called a corkscrew. It's not a bottle opener, it's called a corkscrew because this is a cork. And you screw this thing into the cork to open the bottle. That's why it's called a corkscrew. This is a corkscrew. And this is a cork. Look, we found some more stuff. I found a bottle with a cork. That's right. Remember, this is a cork. And this is a, what is this? It's a beverage dispenser. This is a beverage dispenser, but what's important is this thing right here. This is called a spigot. You could call it a tap, but with this dispenser, I would call this a spigot. It's where you get the liquid from. It's where you get the drink from. This is a spigot. Pronunciation. Use the short I sound like this is. Spig. Spigot. And the next syllable is not stressed. So it's a schwa. Good. Spigot. This is a spigot. You turn the spigot to fill your glass. Or you can use the phrasal verb fill up. Fill up your glass. Look what else I found. I know in Spanish this is a molcajete. But is this the molcajete or is this the molcajete? I don't know. But in English it's different. In English it's a mortar and pestle. Now is this the mortar or is this the mortar? Is this the pestle or is this the pestle? I don't know. We just say it together. This is a mortar and pestle. Pronunciation. Mortar. More plus the fast D. Mortar. Mortar and pestle. The T is silent. Don't pronounce the T. Pestle. Pestle. This is a mortar and pestle. And I don't know if this is the mortar or if this is the pestle. Let me know in the comments which one is which. We just say This is a mortar and pestle. And we use it to grind things. You can grind seeds, anything. You can grind things with a mortar and pestle.
Kevin, where are we today?
We're at IKEA today, and we're practicing with some useful kitchen vocabulary, verbs and phrasal verbs that go along with them.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm just playing on this computer here. Look, you can zoom in and you can zoom out. Remember the phrasal verbs. Zoom in, you get close, and zoom out. You get far away. Yeah, we have two phrasal verbs here. Zoom in to see more detail, to see it more closely. You zoom in, and you zoom out to see more of everything because you're far away. You zoom out.
Kevin, how do we pronounce zoom in?
Well, we see the verb zoom with a double O pronounced with the long oo sound like room and moon. Zoom. Zoom in and zoom out. Link the sounds. Zoom in, zoom out.
Kevin, what are you doing now?
I'm still playing on this computer here, but I'm doing something different. I'm scrolling down and I'm scrolling up. Phrasal verbs. Scroll up and scroll down. Again, let's scroll up. And now let's scroll down.
Kevin, how do you pronounce scroll?
Scroll. That's the verb. Scroll up, scroll down. They're phrasal verbs. Use the long O like old and cold. Scroll. You scroll up and you scroll down. With this, your mouse. See? Scroll up, scroll down. It's just that easy.
How do you pronounce mouse?
Mouse?
Yep.
It has the OU sound making ow, like house. And now, mouse. This is a mouse. Oh, there's another one. I have another mouse. So I have one mouse and two mice. That's right, they're called mice. It doesn't matter if they're real animals or if they are computer parts. They are called mice. These are two computer mice. Use a long I like nice and twice. These are computer mice. Ooh, look at this. Wow, this is really cool. It's like 3D.
What are you doing, Kevin?
I'm still playing on this computer. Look, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can change the different cabinets, you can plan your whole room. And you can do it all with this mouse. The mouse is on this. What is this called? This is called a mouse pad. This is a mouse pad. It's where you put the mouse.
Why do you need it?
It helps the mouse roll around smoothly. It's called a mouse pad.
How do you pronounce it?
Pad. We see the letter A between two consonants. It makes a short sound like black cat. Pad. This is a mouse pad. I like this mouse pad. What about this one? This is a mouse pad too, but it's old. It's falling apart. It's dirty. I don't like this mouse pad.
Why don't you like it?
Because it's old, and look, it's falling apart. Phrasal verb, fall apart. When something comes apart in pieces, we have the phrasal verb fall apart. I use the phrasal verb in a continuous form, falling. This mouse pad is falling apart. It's coming apart in pieces. This mouse pad is falling apart, and it's all dirty. I don't like that mouse pad. I like this mouse pad. It's new, and it's clean, and it's not falling apart.
Kevin, you look comfy.
Yeah, I found a sofa, but it's not a regular sofa. It's a sleeper sofa. That's what it's called. It's called a sleeper sofa. See the sign? It's called a sleeper sofa because it turns into a bed. You open up the couch, you open up the sofa. Remember, you can say couch and you can say sofa. They're the same thing. You open up the couch and the bed folds out. It folds out into a bed. That's why it's called a sleeper sofa.
Is it comfy?
Yeah, it's very comfy. And we use the phrasal verb fold out. The sofa or the couch folds out into a bed. That's a sleeper sofa.
Kevin, how do you pronounce fold out?
Fold out. Use the long O like old and cold, plus the dark L. Fold, old, cold. Fold out. Link the sounds. Fold out. This sofa folds out into a bed. It's a sleeper sofa.
Kevin, what did you find there?
I found this little old-timey alarm clock. This is an old style, this is an old school alarm clock. Let's talk about the hands. These are called hands. Can I turn the hands? Yes, I can. Oh, there we go. Look, see that little one? That's called the second hand because it marks the seconds on the clock. This is the second hand. Oh, I can turn both. The little one is called the hour hand because it indicates the hour. This is the hour hand, and this is the minute hand. The long hand is the minute hand. So if I turn it like this, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock because the hour hand is on the 3 and the minute hand is on the 12. That means it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. We can see because the hour hand is on the 3, the minute hand is on the 12. Who cares about the second hand? I know it's 3 o'clock.
Kevin, can I say 3:30 o'clock?
No, you can't say 3:30 o'clock. Let's make it 3:30.
Why
There we
not?
go. That's 3:30, but you can't say 3:30 o'clock. O'clock is only when you have the double zero. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. If it's anything else, you cannot say o'clock.
How do you pronounce alarm clock?
Alarm clock. This is an alarm clock. We see the word alarm has 2 syllables. The first one is relax, like cup and up, alarm. Put the stress on the second syllable, making the R sound like bar and car. Alarm. Alarm clock. Link the sounds. Alarm clock. This is an alarm clock. It's an old-fashioned alarm clock. Let's look at the back. Does it work? Oh no, it doesn't work. Why not? There are no batteries. There are no batteries in the alarm clock.
Kevin, how do you pronounce battery?
Battery. 1 battery, 2 batteries. It's a difficult pronunciation. We see the double T making a fast D sound. Batter, batter, batteries. Like water bottle. Make sure it's a fast D. Batter, batteries. Not a rolled R, not batter, batter, batteries. It's slower and clearer. Batter, batteries. Plus you have the R after it, which makes it especially difficult. Batteries. I need 2 batteries.
What kind of batteries do you need?
Oh, these are the small, thin batteries. They're long and skinny, and they're very skinny. They're the small ones. They're called AAA. I need 2 AAA batteries.
Where can I buy them?
Anywhere. Just make sure you don't get AA batteries. AA batteries are the ones that are a little fatter. They're about the same length, but they're a little thicker. The thicker ones are AA, and the thinner ones are AAA. I need 2 AAA batteries for this alarm clock.
Kevin, do you have an alarm clock?
I do now. It's in my hand.
Do you have one at home?
No, I don't. I use my phone.
Why do you use your phone?
Because I don't have an alarm clock.
Why do people need an alarm clock?
Well, it works better than your phone. This is a great present for me for Christmas.
What do people do with alarm clocks?
Well, first you set the alarm. You put the time in that you want to wake up. The verb is set. You set your alarm for the next morning. So the alarm will wake you up. And then the next morning you hear ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. What's that verb? That's a phrasal verb. That's called go off. In the morning, when you hear the sound from your alarm clock, we use the phrasal verb go off. In the morning, your alarm clock goes off. Change the verb with the S because alarm clock is singular. Put the S there, pronounce it like a z, like zebra, goes. In the morning, your alarm goes off. And that's supposed to wake you up.
Kevin, what time does your alarm go off?
My alarm goes off at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I hit snooze.
Why do you hit snooze?
I hit snooze to sleep for 10 more minutes. If I hit snooze, the alarm clock lets me sleep for 10 more minutes.
How many times do you hit snooze?
I hit snooze about 10 or 20 times.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, I like to sleep in the morning.
Hey Kevin, what do you have there?
I have a salt and pepper shaker
And why do you need them?
to put salt and pepper on your food.
What about the verb season?
Sure, you can use the verb season. I season my food with salt and pepper.
So can I say pepper and salt?
No, you can't change the order. We have to say salt and pepper. Salt and pepper, not salt and pepper. Use the N sound. Salt and pepper, not pepper and salt. And the action? Shake. You shake the pepper, you shake the salt. That's why they're called shakers. This is a salt shaker and this is a pepper shaker.
What else do you have there?
Oh, I also have this. This is not a pepper shaker. This is a pepper mill.
How do we pronounce it?
Pepper mill. So, pepper, use the short S sound like head and red. Pepper. This is a pepper mill. Mill, use the short I sound like this is. Mill. Plus the dark L. This is a pepper mill. And you don't shake a pepper mill.
What do you do with it?
You grind. You grind the pepper with a pepper mill.
How do we pronounce grind?
Grind. Use the long I like find and mind. Grind. You grind the pepper with a pepper mill.
What about the past form?
Grind in the past? Sure. In the present, grind. In the past, ground. I ground the pepper with a pepper mill.
How do we pronounce it?
Ground. Use the ow sound like around and about. Ground. Ground is in the past. Yesterday, I ground pepper in my salad.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I always grind pepper in my salad. What about you? Do you grind pepper in your salad? Very good.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm cooking invisible food here at IKEA.
What are you using?
I'm using a whisk. This is called a whisk.
How do we pronounce whisk?
Whisk. The H is silent. Just use the W sound. Whisk. Plus the short I sound like this is. Whisk. This is a whisk.
Why do you need the whisk?
I need the whisk to stir and to mix. Stir the food with a whisk.
How do we pronounce stir?
Stir. Use the closed sound like burger. You stir the food with a whisk.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a t-shirt.
No, what are you wearing on your hand?
Ah, I'm wearing an oven mitt. This is an oven mitt.
How do we pronounce oven mitt?
Oven. Use the closed sound like up and cut. Oven. Oven. This is an oven mitt.
Why do you need it?
I need an oven mitt so I don't burn my hand on the hot pan.
Is it a pan or a skillet?
This is a pan. I don't want to burn my hand on the pan, so I wear an oven mitt.
Are you cooking in the oven or on the stove?
I'm cooking on the stove, but we still call this an oven mitt.
Where's the oven?
The oven is down here. This is the stove, and this is the oven. So, I use my oven mitts to take hot things out of the oven. I take hot things out of the oven with my oven mitts, so I don't burn my hands. Remember, you take things out of the oven. Out of. Pronunciation, out of. The T changes to a fast D. Out of, out of. I take hot things out of the oven with my oven mitts, so I don't get burned.
Kevin, what do you have there?
This is a spatula. I have a spatula.
How do we pronounce spatula?
Spatula. Use the short A sound like black cat, spa, plus the ch sound like chicken. That's right, the T is pronounced with the ch sound. Spatula. Then use the closed sound, like cup and up. Spatula. Not spatula, spatula. This is a spatula.
What do you do with a spatula?
Well, with a spatula, you can flip the food you're cooking. Flip.
How do we pronounce flip?
Flip. Use the short I sound like this is. Flip, flip. You flip the food you're cooking with a spatula.
What about the phrasal verb turn over?
That's right, you can use the phrasal verb turn over. You turn the food over. Or you can say turn over the food. But flip is easier. Let's use flip. It's the same thing and it's easier to use. So you flip the food you're cooking with a spatula.
What else do you have there?
Oh, I also have a ladle. This is a ladle.
How do we pronounce ladle?
Ladle, use a long A sound like pay and say, lay, ladle. Use a fast D and a short sound O like in table, ladle, ladle. This is a ladle.
And what do you do with a ladle?
With a ladle, I can serve my soup. I made this wonderful soup. I serve the soup with a ladle.
Kevin, do you have a ladle at home?
Yeah, I have a ladle at home. I cook a lot of soup, so I need my ladle to serve my soup. Do you have a ladle at home? Very good. And do you make a lot of soup? Very good.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm rolling out some dough. I use the phrasal verb, roll out. In a continuous form, I'm rolling out some dough. But remember, it's invisible dough. I'm rolling out invisible dough.
How do we pronounce roll out?
Roll out. Use a long O like no and go. Roll. Roll out. I'm rolling out some dough.
You're doing a good job rolling out the dough. The invisible dough. And what do you have there?
Oh, this is a rolling pin. It's called a rolling pin. So same, roll with ing, rolling. This is a rolling pin.
How do we pronounce pin?
Pin. Use the short is sound like this is. Pin. This is a rolling pin. I'm using a rolling pin to roll out the dough.
Kevin, do you have a rolling pin at home?
No, I don't. I need a rolling pin.
Why do you need a rolling pin?
To roll out the dough.
What's that?
This is a scraper. It's called a scraper.
Why is it called a scraper?
Because the verb is scrape. You scrape with a scraper.
How do we pronounce scraper?
Scraper. Use a long A like day and say. Scrape. Scraper. I scrape with a scraper. And I can use this scraper to transfer food from the cutting board to another container. That's why we use a scraper.
Is that a plate?
No, this is not a plate.
What is it called?
It's called a bowl.
How do we pronounce bowl?
Bowl. Use a long O like no and go plus the dark L. Bowl. Bowl. This is a bowl. I serve soup in a bowl.
I can't call it a plate, right?
No, you can't call it a plate. A plate is flat. This is not flat. Today we're going to learn some great vocabulary, so let's get started. First, this is a rug. This is a rug. But what if you have a small rug in front of your door by the entrance? That's not a rug, that's called a mat. It's called a doormat. That little piece of carpet or other material that's in front of your door for people to wipe their feet off on, for people to clean their shoes on, that's called a doormat. And this thing too, this is also a mat. This is called a placemat. You put your plate on it, it's called a placemat. This is a mat. This is a placemat. It goes on your dining room table, like this. Placemat.
How do you pronounce the word mat?
Mat. Use the short A sound like black cat. Mat. This is a placemat. It goes on your dining room table.
And what about the letter T?
The letter T at the end of the word mat is a stop T. We don't say mat. We stop the air. We don't release the sound. Mat. Mat. This is a placemat. It goes on your dining room table. Hey, what are those boots? Are those rubber boots?
Yeah, these are rubber boots, but they're also called rain boots. And you can also call them galoshes. Let's talk about the pronunciation. Ga, like up and cup, gala. It's an open sound, like stop and hot, galoshes. These are galoshes. I don't have any galoshes. Do you have any galoshes? Good job. So these are galoshes, or you can say these are rain boots, or these are rubber boots. And you wear them in the rain.
I own more pairs of galoshes than heels.
Put on your galoshes and your coat. It's cold out.
We need galoshes for winter.
Well, he could be in his room, jumping up and down on his bed, wearing a red hat and galoshes.
You can wear my rain boots, and my hat, and my scarf.
I was stepped on by rubber boots.
I'll have you know, I owned more rubber boots than heels.
Hey Kevin, what is that?
This?
Yep.
Ah, this is a trivet. Trivet. Use the short I like this is, and the V sound, triv. Trivet. It starts with TR, so we make the ch sound like chicken. Together with the R, ch, ch, chur. Trivet. This is a trivet. It's for putting hot pans on. And it's made of cork. Cork is the material it's made of. This trivet is made of cork. It's a cork trivet. Let me demonstrate. It's a hot pot, so you put it on the trivet. Because if you don't, it might burn the counter. So it protects the counter.
Oh, I see.
The trivet protects the counter. Like this.
This is the kitchen sink. And this kitchen doesn't have a dishwasher, but it has a dish rack. This is a dish rack. So at first, I wash the dishes by hand, and then I put the dishes on the rack, like this.
Why do you put the dishes on the dish rack?
I put the dishes on the dish rack to let them dry.
Oh, okay.
This is a rack too, but it's a special rack. It's a wine rack. So if you like wine, you might have a wine rack, and you can put wine bottles on the rack. This is a rack too, but it's not for your dishes. This rack is for clothes, and you can put this rack in your bathroom.
So what's it called?
It's called a drying rack.
Do you have a drying rack in your house?
No, I don't. But for example, if your towel is wet, you can hang your towel and you can let it dry on the drying rack.
Hey, look what I found. What's this called? Remember the question, what's this called? I cannot say how is it called. I need the question word what. What's this called? It's called an hourglass. An hourglass. Not a sand clock, it's called an hourglass. And you'll hear this word hourglass, for example, an hourglass figure. They say a woman has an hourglass figure. Does this look like a woman? Not really.
Life drifts away like grains of sand through an hourglass.
Number 10 is the hourglass. But rib removal is actually a thing. It started in the Victorian era when women used to wear corsets to achieve an hourglass figure.
That brought about the padded shoulder look, creating a sharp hourglass figure.
Hey Lisa, where's your purse?
My purse is on the bed. Remember, if something is on the blanket, we say it's on the bed. My purse is on the bed. But if you are under the blanket, then you're in bed. And I'm gonna make this bed so no one will know that I was in bed.
Did you make the bed right?
I think so.
Here we have a toilet. Pronunciation, toilet. Let's talk about the different parts. This is a toilet lid, and this is a toilet seat. This toilet's not working because it's at IKEA. So, remember, in American English, we don't say, where's the toilet? I need to use the toilet. We say bathroom or restroom. Where's the restroom? I need to use the bathroom. Don't say, where's the toilet? Not in American English. So, this toilet, what is the action? The verb is flush. Flush the toilet. Sometimes my children don't remember to flush the toilet. So I always tell them, don't forget, flush the toilet. You need to flush the toilet. Really. So let's look at the difference between a trivet, remember this is a trivet, and a coaster. Well, they're both circles. These are both made of cork. They don't have to be, but this is a cork trivet, and this is a cork coaster. This is a coaster, and this is a trivet. The trivet is for putting something hot on to protect your table or counter. And a coaster is to protect your table or counter from a cup. You put a cup on the coaster. So these are called coasters. Use the long O sound like no and go. Coasters. These are called coasters. They protect your table, and you put your cup or glass on the coaster.
A coaster, like a roller coaster?
That's different. It's the same word, coaster, like roller coaster, but that coaster is a completely different coaster. Now let's talk about roller coaster. Roller coaster comes from the verb coast. Coast is when you go with no force pushing you. Example, you're driving your car and you put it in neutral. You don't touch the gas. That's coasting. You're coasting because there's no force pushing you. And that's why we call roller coasters roller coasters. because there's no force pushing them, it's gravity making the roller coaster go. That's why they're called roller coasters, because they coast. Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Recently we made a video about this material. This is called wicker. This is a wicker basket. And people had questions about other words that were similar. So we're going to talk about those today. So this is wicker, and this is a candle. Uh-oh. This is a candle. And this little thing here, that's called the wick. The candle has a wick. Every candle has a wick. Pronunciation, wick. Use the short is sound like this is. This is the wick of the candle. Wick. Not weak with a long E like green beans. I don't feel good, I feel weak. Weak is the opposite of strong. Weak, like this week and next week. It has the same pronunciation as this week and next week. So that's weak, and this is wick. Different pronunciation. Use the short is sound like this is. This is a wick. And we have the word wicked. Wicked has the short is sound too, and we pronounce the ed like ed. Together, wicked. Wicked is the same as evil. It means very bad. Like a bad, evil witch. You can say, she's a wicked witch. Remember, this is wicker, and this is a wicker basket. And this is a wick. And wicked is the same as evil. It's very bad.
Hey Kevin, what are these?
These are jars. But they're not normal jars. They're not regular jars. These are special jars because they have this special seal, how you open and close them. These are called mason jars. People store food in mason jars. Pronunciation, jar. Use the j sound like juice and jump, and r like car and far. Together, jar. This is a jar. This is a mason jar. It's a special kind of jar. And what is this? This looks like a big jar, but it's not a jar. It's called a drink dispenser. And this thing, this is called a tap. It actually has two names. You can call it a tap or a spigot. So, tap with a short a sound like apple and black cat, tap, and spigot. Spigot. Use the short is sound like this is. This is also called a spigot.
Hey Kevin, what is this?
This is a pitcher. It's a glass pitcher. I say it's a glass pitcher because it's made of glass. It's made of glass. Use the preposition of. This pitcher is made of glass, so I call it a glass pitcher. I use it to serve drinks. I found another pitcher. It's not plastic, it's glass. This is a glass pitcher. Remember, pronunciation, pitcher. Pitcher. Use the short is sound like this is, plus the ch sound for chicken. Pitcher. This is a glass pitcher. I found another pitcher, but this is made of metal. So this is a metal pitcher. Not a glass pitcher, this is a metal pitcher because it's made of metal. This is a metal pitcher.
What about that thing on the wall?
Oh yeah, this is a picture. It sounds like pitcher, but it's a little different. When I say picture, I have the k sound, but I don't release it. So it's a stop sound. I stop the air. I say picture. I make the position of the K, the k, but I don't release the k sound. I just make the position and I stop the air. This is a picture. So it's like you don't hear the k, but the position is there. Picture. These are pictures. There are a lot of pictures on the wall. So this is a picture and this is a pitcher. Close, but not exactly the same pronunciation. Picture, pitcher. Picture, pitcher. I love my kitchen because I have cabinets and they're very spacious. I love these spacious cabinets. Pronunciation, spacious. Use a long A like pay and say. Spacious. The C makes a sh sound like shoes and show. Spacious. Use a relaxed sound at the end. Spacious. I love my spacious cabinets. And I have these. A lot of these. What are these called? These are called drawers. The pronunciation is not like the spelling. Pronunciation, DR makes a J sound, J, J. Plus the R together, Jr, drawers. Or, like door and floor, drawer. One drawer, two drawers. I have a lot of drawers. And what do I keep in my drawers? What do I keep in this drawer? I keep silverware. I keep my silverware in the drawer. This is called silverware. Forks, knives. Where are my spoons? I don't know, but it's all called silverware. It's not countable. I cannot say one silverware and two silverwares, just silverware. So I keep my silverware in the drawer. Where do you keep your silverware? Very good. And what is this? This is a big island, but it's not an island in the ocean. It's an island in your kitchen. Remember, the S is silent. It's not Iceland, it's island. This is a big island. It's an island in your kitchen. It's extra counter space. And I made a friend here today. It looks like a hand puppet, but it's not a hand puppet. This is an oven mitt. It's an oven mitt. Remember, it's not a mitten, it's just a mitt. This is an oven mitt. It's for picking up hot pans so you don't burn your hands. This is an oven mitt.
Hey Kevin, what is this?
This is a dish rag. You can also call it a washcloth if it's in your bathroom to wash your body in the bathtub. That's a washcloth. But this is for dishes, so we say it's a dish rag. Pronunciation, rag. Use a short A sound like black cat. This is a dish rag for washing dishes.
So this is a rag. What about this?
Oh, that's a rug. Rug has a short sound like cup and up. This is a rug, and this is a rag. Rag, rug. Hey, look what I found. What's this called? Remember the question, what's this called? I cannot say how is it called. I need the question word what. What's this called? It's called an hourglass. An hourglass. Not a sand clock, it's called an hourglass. And you'll hear this word hourglass, for example, an hourglass figure. They say a woman has an hourglass figure. Does this look like a woman? Not really.
Life drifts away like grains of sand through an hourglass.
Number 10 is the hourglass. But rib removal is actually a thing. It started in the Victorian era when women used to wear corsets to achieve an hourglass figure.
That brought about the padded shoulder look, creating a sharp hourglass figure.
Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. These are called crates. They're using the crates as bookshelves, but these things are called crates. You can also call them soap boxes, because a long time ago, they used these to carry soap. So you can call this a crate or a soapbox. And we have an expression in English, get off your soapbox. It means stop preaching to me. Because a long time ago, people used to stand on these and preach to people in the town square. In the center of town, they would preach and stand on these, and now we have the expression, get off your soapbox. And it means stop preaching to me.
Integrity.
Get off your soapbox, Lou!
Lou, it's a shower. We can take care of this.
You stand on your soapbox, judging everyone, so sure that they're judging you.
Can't you leave your soapbox at home just once? They're coming through.
What? Go take your soapbox somewhere else.
And I will now come down off my soapbox.
Look what I found at IKEA. This is a wooden hand. It's made of wood, so we have the adjective wooden. This is a wooden hand. Let's look closer at the wooden hand. Let's learn all the fingers. I have 5 fingers. This finger is called a thumb. Remember, with thumb, the B at the end is silent. This is your thumb. And this is your index finger. Your index finger. And this is your middle finger. Remember, your middle finger is the bad finger. Do not use it. And this is your ring finger, because when you get married, you put a ring on it. That's why it's called your ring finger. And this is not a finger at all. We don't say finger, we say pinky. So remember, the 2 special fingers where we don't say finger are thumb and pinky. For these fingers, we do not say thumb finger or pinky finger. No, this is your pinky and this is your thumb. For the rest of the fingers, we say the word finger. Index finger, middle finger, and ring finger. Now let's talk about the parts of the finger. You see your finger bends here. These are called joints, right? If you're a doctor, you call these joints, but if you're not a doctor, you call these knuckles. These are your knuckles. We see with the word knuckles, the K in the beginning is silent. We don't say knuckles, they're called knuckles. These are knuckles. And what do you do with your knuckles? Well, some people do this and they pop their knuckles. Isn't it horrible? That's called popping your knuckles.
Not crack your knuckles?
Oh yeah, you can say crack your knuckles too.
And what do you do with your knuckles?
You pop your knuckles, or you can say you crack your knuckles. Like this.
And what is a knucklehead?
A knucklehead. A knucklehead is like a stupid person. Someone who's stupid can be called a knucklehead. It's like this. Duh. He's a knucklehead.
Hey Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm playing with this bowl right here, and we're going to learn some great vocabulary. First, this action. Spin. Spin is a verb. In the present, spin. Use the short is sound like this is. Spin. Let's do it again. Spin. The bowl is spinning. The bowl is spinning.
What about the past?
The past. What did I do? I spun the bowl. Spin in the present, in the past, spun. Use the short sound like up and cup. I spun the bowl. Let's try something else. Ah, that's different. That's wobble. The bowl is wobbling. Use the short sound like hot and stop. Wobble. The bowl is wobbling. It's a verb.
Hey Kevin, what's wrong with the table?
Well, this table is not sturdy. It wobbles. Wobble is the verb. The table wobbles from side to side. So I can describe the table and use the adjective wobbly. This table is wobbly. It does this. It's a wobbly table. It's not good. It's not sturdy.
So what do we need to do?
We need to find a sturdy table. Let's look at this one. This one is sturdy. Sturdy, strong, firm. This table is sturdy. And this table is wobbly.
What did you find there, Kevin?
I found 2 chairs. This chair is strong, it's firm, so we say it's sturdy. This chair is sturdy. But this chair is not sturdy. It's flimsy. It's made of thin material. It's not strong, it's not sturdy, it's flimsy. Use a short is sound like this is. This chair is flimsy. This chair is flimsy. It'll break very easily. But this chair is strong, we say this chair is sturdy.
Kevin, what do you have there?
I have a chair, and these are not chairs. These are called stools. Stool. This is a stool. This is a stool. These are stools. Use the oo sound like cool and pool. Link to the dark L. Pool. Cool. Stool. This is a stool, and I sit on the stool. Use the preposition on. I'm sitting on the stool. What about the chair? Chair is different. I sit in the chair. I'm sitting in the chair. So remember, you sit in a chair and you sit on a stool. So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm sitting at the table. For table, use the preposition at. I'm sitting at the table and I'm sitting in the chair. What about this thing? Is this a chair or a stool? This is a stool. It's called a bar stool. Why don't you call it a chair? Because it's higher. It's meant to sit at a bar. So we call it a bar stool or a stool. And I sit on the stool. Not in the stool, I sit on the stool. I'm sitting on a bar stool. And this is a bar stool too, because it's higher. It looks like a chair. It's got sides and a back and everything, but because it's higher, we call it a stool. This is a bar stool. And this is a bar stool too. And this is a bar stool too. We have a lot of bar stools.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm spinning in the chair. Spin. Continuous action, spinning. This chair spins around. You can use the preposition around. The chair spins around and I'm spinning.
Is it fun?
I'm spinning in the chair. It is fun, but I'm starting to get dizzy. Maybe I should stop now.
What does dizzy mean?
Dizzy is an adjective. It's when your head feels like it's spinning. When you feel like your head is spinning, you are dizzy. Or you can say you feel dizzy. And I'm starting to feel dizzy because I was spinning in the chair.
You should stop spinning.
Yeah, I should.
Hey Kevin, what are you doing now?
I'm sitting at the desk. We use the same preposition at when we talk about desk, just like table. You sit at the table and I'm sitting at the desk. But I'm sitting in the chair. But this is a different kind of chair. It's not a regular chair. This is an office chair. It's made to use at work, in your office, or maybe your home office. Why is it special? Because it does this. It spins and it rolls. So I can say it rolls around, or I could say it spins around. It's a special chair. It's an office chair.
Do you have one at home?
No, I don't.
Do you want to get one?
Sure. Oh, it's $80. Never mind. I like the chair I have at home. Look at this chair. This chair is different. Yeah, it spins around and it rolls around, but it's different. This is a gaming chair. Why is it different? It's made for playing video games. Look at the armrests. They turn like this, so I can play video games more easily. And it's got lumbar support. Support for your back is called lumbar support. Pronunciation, lumbar. It feels really good. It's very comfortable. It has lumbar support. And it reclines back. It reclines back. It has this nice headrest. It's really comfortable. Gaming chairs are really comfortable. Maybe I should get this one. Oh no, it's almost $400. That's why it's so comfortable. I can't afford this one.
Hey Kevin, what do you have there?
I found another stool, but this is a different kind of stool. It's still a stool, so if I sit on the stool. But this stool is made for sitting, and more importantly, for stepping on. You step on it like this. The action is step. I step on the stool, so this stool is called a step stool. And it's especially made for reaching things. Watch. I can't reach, but I have my step stool. This one is wobbly. I better be careful. Now I can reach because I'm on the step stool. And the step stool is wobbly, very wobbly.
Is it dangerous?
It's very dangerous.
Be careful.
I'm safe.
Hey Kevin, what do you have there?
This has two names. You can call it a laundry bag, or you can call it a hamper. A hamper is a place where you put your dirty clothes. I put my dirty clothes in the hamper. I'll wash them later, but right now I just need to put them somewhere, so I put them in the hamper. Pronunciation used a short ass sound like ham and ma'am. Hamper. I put my dirty clothes in the hamper. Or you can also say laundry bag, but I think hamper is more common. Laundry bag. They're from Sweden.
Hey Kevin, what do you have there?
This is a pegboard. And you put things on the pegboard, like that. Now, these are not pegs, these are hooks. But this is not called a hook board. We still call it a pegboard. But the old styles just have little holes in there and you put the pegs in the holes. But they have little hooks in there to attach. We call it a pegboard. You can put different things on your pegboard. Peg. Use the short S sound like egg and head. Peg. This is a pegboard. And you have these. These are called clips. So you can put things right here on your clips. Pronunciation, clips. Use the short I sound like this is. Clips. This is a clip. And these are clips.
And what do they do?
Well, you can attach things to it like this. See, it holds things. It's a clip.
Is it also a verb, to clip?
That's right. I clipped this on. I clipped this on the clip. Clip in the present, clipped in the past. I clipped this on the clip. Oh, look at this. This is a very special thing. This is called a shoehorn. I'll show you. You put on your shoe like this with the shoe horn. It's to help you put on your shoes. It's called a shoe horn. Like a bull has a horn or a unicorn has a horn, this is called a horn. It's a shoe horn.
Do you have one?
Yes, I have one at home, but it's longer than this. It works better. I have a shoe horn at home. And what about this? What is this thing? This has a clip, and it has a little key ring. So you put it around your neck, you clip it together. Remember, clip is the action. You clip it together, and you have a little key ring. So you can put your ID or your keys on this and carry it around your neck at work so you don't lose it. And this thing has a special name. This is called a lanyard. Lanyard. Use a short a, like hand and man, lanyard. Use the sound like bird and word. Yard. Lanyard. This is a lanyard. It's very common. You see it at people at work. They wear these. They have their ID or their keys on it. They wear it around their neck. That's a lanyard.
Good job, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin, where are you?
I'm in the shower.
What are you doing there?
I'm trying to take a shower, but it doesn't work. This is the faucet handle, and this is a shower head. This is called a head. This is a shower head. And this is the faucet handle. And I'm in the shower. And this is a curtain. But it's not a regular curtain, it's a shower curtain. Pronunciation, curtain. We have two pronunciations. You can pronounce the T and say curtain, curtains, or you can do the stop T, curtain, and then link to the N sound. Curtain or curtains. This is a shower curtain. And these are shower curtain rings. And this is a curtain rod. We call this a rod. Pronunciation, use a short ah sound like hot and stop. This is a shower curtain rod. And you hang the shower curtain on the shower curtain rod. We use the verb hang when you install it. You hang the shower curtain on the shower curtain rod.
How do you pronounce hang?
Hang. Use the long A sound like plate and date. Hang. Hang. Like this. Hang. In the past, hung. I hung the shower curtain on the shower curtain rod. Hung is in the past.
How do we pronounce hung?
Use the short sound like cup and up. Hung. And then the nasal sound for the NG. Hung. No hung. There's no g sound. Hung. Hang in the present, hung in the past. Another example of hang. These towels are hanging from these knobs. These are called knobs. The word knob has a silent K on it. Don't pronounce the K, start with the N sound, knob. One knob, two knobs. The towels are hanging on the knobs. Or you can use the preposition from. The towels are hanging from the knobs or on the knobs. So the action, hang. I hang the towel on the knob. In the past, what did I do? I hung the towel on the knob.
Good job, Kevin.
Thank you.
Kevin, what are these things called?
These are called pillows, but they're not normal pillows. They're not regular pillows. They're called throw pillows. We call them throw pillows because you throw them on the couch. You throw them on the sofa. They're called throw pillows. Pronunciation, throw. The TH makes a voiceless sound, just air. Throw. Link the sound to the R. Throw. Not throw, throw. Practice linking the sounds. Throw. These are called throw pillows.
What about this thing? What is it called?
This is called a throw. I know what you're thinking. It's a blanket. We call it a throw because you throw it on your couch. You throw it on your sofa. It's countable, so we have to say for one, This is a throw.
And what about this thing? What is it called?
I'm sitting on a cushion. This is not a pillow. This is called a cushion. Pronunciation, the first vowel makes a short sound like book and look. Together, cushion. Sh. Together, cush. Cushion. The last syllable is a relaxed sound. Together, cushion. It's also countable, so we have to say This is a cushion. I'm sitting on a cushion. And there are 1, 2, 3 cushions on this couch.
This is also called a cushion. And it's very soft. It makes the chair soft. and I'm sitting on the cushion.
Are you sitting on the chair or in the chair?
I'm sitting in the chair. We say in the chair. I'm sitting in the chair.
Are you sitting on the cushion?
Yes, I'm sitting on the cushion. Are you sitting on the sofa or are you sitting in the sofa?
I'm sitting on the sofa. I'm sitting on the sofa and I'm sitting on the cushion.
Is it comfy?
Yeah, it's very comfy. I have a soft cushion and a lot of throw pillows. It's very comfy.
My name's Lisa. Today we're in San Jose, California. We're here today because we're going to a concert. We're gonna see Elton John. We're gonna see him in concert.
We're here at the hotel in the lobby and they have a bright side market. Let's check it out. They have a large variety of selections. Let's see what they have. These are ramen noodles, and ramen noodles are $8. $8 for 1 cup of ramen noodles. That's a ripoff. Ripoff. That's right, that's what you call that. $8 for 1 cup of ramen noodles? That's a ripoff. You have an option. You don't have to buy this. You can go somewhere else. But it is a ripoff. If you pay $8 for 1 cup of ramen noodles, that is definitely a ripoff. It should cost $1, maybe. But $8, that's definitely a ripoff. We're taking an Uber to the concert because it's way cheaper than parking, because parking is really expensive. That's right, an Uber is way cheaper than paying for parking. Parking is $50. $50 for parking for 1 concert? That's ridiculous. $50? That price is too high. So I can use the expression, that's highway robbery. Or I can say, that's a ripoff. Remember, ripoff is countable, so I say, that's a ripoff. But highway robbery is not countable. I do not say a highway robbery. That's highway robbery. That's a ripoff. Or I can say, they're price gouging. That's right, they're price gouging. It's a continuous action. Gouging. They're price gouging. They're charging more than they should because they can and because people have no choice. Well, we have a choice. We got an Uber. And the Uber was only $15. So it's way cheaper. When you use a comparative, cheap, cheaper, we use we don't say more cheap. We say cheaper because cheap has 1 syllable. It's cheaper. To emphasize the comparative, we say way. It's way cheaper. You can also say it's much cheaper or it's a lot cheaper. Remember, to emphasize a comparative, use way, it's way cheaper, or much, it's much cheaper, or you can say a lot, it's a lot cheaper. We're here at the concert and there's a sign. Let's read the sign. It says no tailgating. What is tailgating? Tailgating is when you park your car or your truck and you lower the tailgate. The tailgate is the back of a pickup truck. You lower your tailgate and you drink beer and cook food for a long time before the event. Here you cannot do that. There is no tailgating.
It's lovely to be back in this part of the world, and what a night, what a beautiful night we have. And we are on the kind of last legs of the Immersion.
We're on the train right now, and they have these things for bicycles. These are called bicycle racks. A bicycle rack is a place where you can put your bicycle. It's called a bicycle rack. I don't have a bicycle, but here they are.
That's very convenient.
It is. if you have a bicycle. Convenient means it's easy to do. There aren't as many steps. It's a quicker process. There aren't so many steps. It's convenient. But comfortable is this seat. This seat is comfortable. This seat is comfortable. This sweater is comfortable. It feels good. That's comfortable, not convenient. It's convenient to have bike racks on the train, so you can put your bike on the train. It's very easy. It's convenient.
How often do you take the train?
I never take the train. This is a very rare occurrence. I hardly ever take the train. That's right, I can say I rarely take the train, but we don't use rarely very often. We normally say I hardly ever. I hardly ever take the train. Almost never.
So why are you taking the train today?
I'm taking the train today because Uber was almost $100. That's right, the Uber to get home was about $100. The Uber to get to the concert was $15, but the Uber to get home was $100. So we're taking the train.
What do you think about the train? Do you like it?
I love it. We just got on the train. We're just riding the train.
When are we getting off?
I don't know when or where we're getting off the train because we don't know where we're going.
Are we lost?
We're not lost. We just don't know where the train is going, and we don't know when to get off the train, and we don't know where to get off the train. We're gonna ride the train until...
Until when?
We're gonna ride the train for a while, and then we're gonna get off. And we'll see where we are. The train stopped. So some people will get on the train, and some people will get off the train. Remember, pronunciation. Get on, get off. The T changes to a fast D. Not get on, but get on. And not get off, but get off.
Hey Kevin, where are we today?
We're at the beach. We're at the beach here in Carmel, California.
Why is it so dark here?
The fog rolled in today, so you can't see much.
Did it happen fast? Did we expect the fog?
No, we didn't expect the fog to roll in. It happened fast. Look, you can barely see the sun because it's so foggy. We came here to see these birds, to see these pelicans, and talk about what they do. They come here and they rest and they flap their wings. Flap is a verb. What they're doing right now, they're flapping their wings.
And when they're in the sky and not flapping their wings, what are they doing?
Oh, when they're flying in the sky and they're not flapping their wings, they're gliding. Glide is a verb. So they're gliding when they're not flapping their wings. We also have the verb soar. Soar means to fly. You can say they're soaring through the sky, or they're gliding in the sky.
I have hair. What about birds?
Birds don't have hair. They have feathers. One feather, two feathers. It's countable. Birds have feathers.
Can we talk about their feet?
Oh yeah, their feet are different. They have webbed feet. Pronunciation, webbed feet. You don't really hear the D if you link the sounds together because it's a stop D. Webbed feet. These birds have webbed feet. A lot of different birds have webbed feet. Pelicans have webbed feet, like these birds. Ducks have webbed feet, and geese have webbed feet, like one goose, two geese. Geese have webbed feet also.
What about eagles?
Eagles don't have webbed feet. Eagles have claws. Pronunciation, aw. Make the aw sound like ball and call, claws. Eagles don't have webbed feet, they have claws.
And people talk. What about birds?
Birds don't talk, they have different sounds depending on the bird.
What about crows?
Crows caw, using the aw sound like ball and call. Crows caw.
What about roosters?
Roosters crow. Crow is the verb in this case. The bird is the rooster and they crow at dawn. They crow first thing in the morning. Roosters crow at dawn.
What about little birds like sparrows?
Little birds chirp, or you could say tweet. Chirp is the most common though. Little birds chirp. Oh, they also sing sometimes.
Do birds live in a house?
No, birds don't live in a house. They live in a nest. And the nest is in the tree. We use the preposition in. The nest is in the tree and the birds live in the nest.
Do we have seagulls here?
Oh yeah, there's seagulls here right now.
Are seagulls loud and annoying?
Yeah, seagulls are loud and annoying. They squawk.
These birds are flying in formation.
What'd you find there?
I found two feathers. Remember, one feather, two feathers. I found two feathers.
Where'd you find them?
I found them on the beach. They were laying on the sand.
Maybe the bird was sick. Did you think about that?
Oh, I hope not.
I think you need to go wash your hands.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Put them down.
Hey Kevin, what did you find there?
We found some driftwood. It's a special kind of wood that drifts in from the ocean. That's why we call it driftwood. The verb is drift. It means to move slowly. Across the ocean, the wood drifts and lands here on the beach. That's why it's called driftwood. And look, there's a lot of driftwood.
Is it countable or uncountable?
The word wood is not countable. We cannot say one wood or two woods. It's just driftwood. I found some driftwood.
Hey Kevin, what is this?
That's kelp. So you can call it seaweed, but really it's kelp. There's a lot of kelp on this beach. I found a crow. Remember, the crow doesn't sing, the crow caws. We scared the crow away.
What is it, Kevin?
It's a sea urchin. A sea urchin, but this one's dead. I saw it like this. I thought it maybe was alive. I was going to rescue it, but no, it's dead.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, go ahead. Is it pokey?
Not really, a little bit.
You want to keep it?
I don't know. We're not supposed to take anything from the beach.
Okay, leave it there.
Kevin, what is this?
I don't know what that is. I wouldn't touch it if I were you. I guess it's okay. I think it's dead now, whatever it was. Whatever it was, I think it's dead now. Uh-oh, it's coming for us. We're going to be separated by the river. Look at this. We're going to have to jump across to this rock. Well, I'll do it like this. Okay, it's firm.
Good job, Kevin.
Come on, it's safe. Let's go. Right now, the tide is out, so the water is farther away. Later on, the tide will come in. So the tide goes out and the tide comes in. You're talking about the level of the ocean. When the tide comes in, all this area is underwater. Right now, the tide is out, so we're okay. But the tide might be coming in soon, so we should keep walking. I don't want to get wet. Lisa, let's go. I'm getting scared.
You're getting scared?
Yeah, let's go.
Why are you getting scared?
Because the tide's coming in. I don't want to get wet.
Okay, let's go. Hey, Kevin.
What?
What will happen if the water keeps coming this high?
We might get wet because we can't climb this cliff. The cliff is too steep. The cliff is too steep.
We'll have to. We won't have any choice.
Okay. Hey, we found a trail. We're saved. I found a trail. We can go up this trail and we won't get wet when the tide comes in. Hooray!
Hooray! We're leaving the beach.
I did it!
Yay!
Come on, you need help?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you. We're at the beach today and it's very foggy. You can also say it's really foggy or it's so foggy. To describe the fog, you can also say the fog is thick. So remember, it's very foggy, it's really foggy, it's so foggy. Or you can say the fog is thick.
So remember the pronunciation of words with OG, with no vowel after it. We pronounce it aw, og, fog. We make the sound aw, like in call and ball, and audio, audience. Also, we have the same sound in words like saw and law. It's in the back, aw, aw. Fog. The fog is very thick today. We're in Carmel by the Sea. It's the name of the city, so we use in as the connector, as the preposition. We're in Carmel by the Sea. And we're on the corner. We're on the corner of Carmelo Street and Ocean Avenue. For corner, you can use the preposition on the corner or at the corner. We're on the corner of Carmelo Street and Ocean Avenue. You can also say the intersection. For intersection, we say at. We're at the intersection of Carmelo Street and Ocean Avenue. And there are a lot of hotels because it's a tourist town. Remember, hotel, put the stress on the second syllable. Hotel. Not hotel, but hotel. And another name for hotel is lodge. This hotel is called the Lobos Lodge. Another name for hotel is inn. This hotel is called the Normandy Inn. An inn is a hotel. It's the same thing. We found a quaint little restaurant. That's how you describe this restaurant. It's quaint. That means it's little and cute and it has character. To describe a city or to describe a building that's small, cute, and has character, use the adjective quaint. This is a quaint little town and this is a quaint little restaurant. There are a lot of boutiques here in Carmel by the Sea. A boutique is a shop that sells specialty clothes, and this is a boutique. And let's talk about the style of these clothes. The style is very loud. If the style is very loud and too much, and you don't like it, you say it's gaudy. That's right. I think this style is gaudy. It's too much and it's too loud. Pronunciation, gaudy. This is gaudy. We found another boutique, but it doesn't say boutique. It says apparel. It says women's apparel. What is apparel? It's another name for clothes. And remember, apparel is not countable. I cannot say one apparel or two apparels. It's always in the singular form. They have a lot of apparel. They sell clothes, or they sell apparel. This is a boutique for children. They sell clothes and toys for kids. Remember the pronunciation, boutique. The E at the end is silent. We do not say boutique. It's the long U, boo, and the long E, boutique. This is a boutique. There are also a lot of specialty shops. This is a specialty shop. They sell pipes, all kinds of pipes. We found an antique store. They sell antiques. Remember, the E is silent. We don't say antiques, we say antique. One antique and two antiques. They sell antiques at the antique store. This is an art gallery. There are a lot of art galleries in Carmel by the Sea. And this art gallery is mine because it has my name on it. This is Kevin's art gallery. Pronunciation, gallery. Gallery. It's countable, so this is one gallery. This is a cottage. This is a cute European-styled house, a smaller house, is called a cottage. There are a lot of cottages here. Pronunciation, the T makes a fast D. Cottage, cottage, cottage. One cottage and two cottages. We found some more cottages. Like I said, there are a lot of cottages in Carmel by the Sea. We found another cottage. But this cottage is not really a cottage, it's a restaurant. It's just the name of the restaurant. And the sign is made of stained glass. This is called stained glass. Usually it's a window, so you have a stained glass window. But this is a sign made of stained glass. Remember, if you come to Carmel by the Sea, be careful where you park. Don't park here. It says public parking prohibited. Prohibited means it's not allowed. You cannot do it. Well, what will happen if you park here? Violators will be cited. Cited? That means you will receive a citation. A parking ticket is a citation. You will be cited. You will receive a citation. Pronunciation, cited. The T makes a fast D sound. Cited. Cited. You will receive a citation. Citation, the T makes a T sound because it's before the stressed vowel. Citation. But this word is pronounced cited. Lisa's walking downhill. You can say she's walking down the hill if it's specific, or just in general, she's walking downhill. With her doggy Coco. Hey Lisa.
They're playing beach volleyball. Remember, no connector is necessary. It's not correct to say they're playing in volleyball or they're playing on volleyball. We just say they're playing volleyball. Or they're playing volleyball on the beach, we say they're playing beach volleyball. And I'm wearing sandals. And I'm standing in the sand, so they're called sandals. Get it? Sandals. Sandals.
Benji's whining all the time. Do you want to hear Benji whine? Benji's whining all the time.
What does whine mean?
When you talk like that, that's whining.
How do you pronounce it?
Wine, just like the wine you drink. He's whining because he's not happy.
My name's Lisa.
And my name's Kevin.
Today we're talking about clothes and phrasal verbs we use when we talk about clothes. Let's get started.
First, let's talk about patterns that we see on clothes.
Here we have socks. Kevin, what do we call this pattern?
That pattern is called polka dots. These are polka dot socks.
How do you pronounce it?
Polka. Polka dot. Not polka dot. The L is silent. We don't say polka dot. We say polka. Polka. Use a long O like no and go. Polka dot. These are polka dot socks. And the pattern is called polka dots with the S. Do you like polka dots?
Yeah, I like polka dots. What about you?
I don't like polka dots.
What about you? Do you like polka dots? Write down in the comments whether you like polka dots or not.
Let's look at another pattern.
Here I have some more socks. Kevin, what do you call this pattern?
That pattern is called paisley. Paisley. Use the long A like say and pay. Pays. Use the Z sound like zebra. Paisley. And the long E like green beans at the end. Paisley. These are paisley socks.
Kevin, do you have paisley socks?
No, I don't have any paisley socks.
I don't have paisley socks either. What about you? Do you have paisley socks? Write down in the comments whether you have paisley socks or not. And the pattern is called paisley. These are paisley socks. Here I have some shorts. These are shorts. Kevin, what do you call this pattern?
The pattern is called stripes. Stripes is the name of the pattern. But if I describe the shorts, I say striped, with ED making the T sound, striped. These are striped shorts. But when you link the sounds, the T is between consonants, so you don't really hear it. It's a stop T. Striped shorts. Striped shorts. The tongue goes up, but you don't really hear it. These are striped shorts.
Kevin, do you have striped shorts?
No, I don't have any striped shorts.
I don't have any striped shorts either. These are striped shorts.
Tell us, do you have any striped shorts? Very good. And the pattern is called stripes. I don't like stripes. What about you, Lisa? Do you like stripes?
Yeah, I like stripes. I have a few striped t-shirts.
Here we have another pattern. Take a look at this one.
Kevin, what do you call this pattern?
This pattern is called plaid. Plaid, we use the short A sound like black cat. Plaid. So the spelling does not match the pronunciation. Remember, use the short A sound. Not played, it's pronounced plaid. These are plaid pants.
These are plaid pants. Kevin, do you have any plaid pants?
No, I don't have any plaid pants. And I don't have any plaid shirts. I don't like plaid. What about you, Lisa? Do you like plaid?
Yeah, I like plaid. I have a pair of plaid pants. What about you? Do you have any plaid pants?
Or a plaid shirt?
Good job.
Here I found a shirt that has no pattern. See? There's no pattern. It's just one color. What do you call a shirt that has no pattern?
It's a solid.
That's right. It's called a solid. Pronunciation. Use the open ah sound like hot and stop. Saw. Solid. This shirt is a solid. There's no pattern.
Kevin, do you like solid shirts?
Sure, I like solid shirts. I'm wearing one right now. Yes, I like solid shirts.
I like solid shirts too.
That's right. You're wearing one right now.
That's right. This is a solid shirt. It's dark blue. Kevin, what do you call this?
This is a t-shirt. And this is different. This is a polo shirt. The difference is this shirt has a collar. This is a collar. Pronunciation. Make the open ah sound. Ka, collar, collar. This is a collar. Different from color. The color is brown. When I say color, I use the short sound like cup and up. Color. What color is this shirt? It's brown. And this is a collar. With the open ah sound like hot and stop. Ka. This shirt has a collar, so it's called a polo shirt. And this is a t-shirt because it doesn't have a collar. Now let's talk about the buttons. On a polo shirt, the buttons only come to here. The buttons don't go all the way down the shirt. You just have 2 or 3 buttons on top. These are buttons. Pronunciation. Use a short sound like cup and up. Buttons. Now let's talk about the T. We don't say buttons. We don't use a fast D sound because you have T-O-N. When you have T-O-N at the end, we say buttons. We do a stop T and fall to the N. Buttons. These are buttons. You can also say buttons, but it's more common to hear buttons. This shirt has 2 buttons. Okay, let's talk about the verbs. So, if I do this, if I can do this, let me try. Okay, I unbutton the shirt. Unbutton is the verb. I unbutton the shirt. And then if I do this, I button up the shirt. I can use the phrasal verb button up. I need to button up the shirt.
Can you do it?
I did it. I buttoned up the shirt. So remember the verbs. Unbutton and button up, the phrasal verb. I buttoned up the shirt.
Good job.
Thank you. Let's compare these 2 shirts. They're both short sleeve shirts. This is a sleeve. and they have short sleeves. So they're called short sleeve shirts. They're both shirts. This is a polo shirt, but this is different. This is a button-up shirt because the buttons go all the way down. It's called a button-up shirt. This is a button-up shirt, and this is a polo shirt because the buttons don't go all the way down. This is a polo shirt, and this is a button-up shirt. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer to wear a polo shirt or a button-up shirt?
Now we're going to talk about sleeves. Here we have 3 different shirts. Kevin, why are they different?
Well, they have different sleeves. Tell me about the shirt you have.
This one is a short sleeve shirt. It has short sleeves. This is a sleeve, 2 sleeves. These sleeves are short. It's called a short sleeve shirt.
What about this shirt? It has no sleeves. What do you call a shirt with no sleeves?
It's called sleeveless. It's a sleeveless shirt.
That's right, this is a sleeveless shirt because there are no sleeves.
And what about that shirt?
Oh, this shirt's different. This shirt has long sleeves. So what do you call a shirt that has long sleeves?
It's a long sleeved shirt.
That's right, this is a long sleeved shirt. Compared with your shirt, which is
This is a short sleeved shirt.
And this is a
sleeveless shirt.
They're all different because they have different sleeves.
This long sleeve shirt is special because it has this. Kevin, what do you call this?
This is called a hood. Hood. This long sleeve shirt has a hood.
Kevin, how do you pronounce it?
Hood. Use the short sound like good. Hood. Not hood, but hood. Make that sound like good and wood. Hood. This long sleeve shirt has a hood. You put it over your head.
And now let's talk about fabric. This is a dress, and this dress is unusual. It's see-through. Kevin, why is it see-through?
I don't know why it's see-through, but I can see through it, so that's why it's called a see-through dress.
What do you call this fabric?
This fabric is called lace. Use a long A sound like say and day. Lace. The fabric is called lace. This is a lace dress. It's a see-through lace dress. Lisa, do you have any see-through lace dresses?
No, I don't have any see-through lace dresses.
What about you? Do you have any see-through lace dresses? Very good. Let's talk about this fabric. These are shorts. And what is this fabric that has little lines on it? What do you call this fabric, Lisa?
It's called corduroy.
Corduroy, that's right. These are corduroy shorts. Pronunciation, corduroy. Put the stress on the first and third syllable. Corduroy. These are corduroy shorts.
Kevin, do you have any corduroy shorts?
No, I don't have any corduroy shorts. Lisa, do you have any corduroy shorts or corduroy pants?
Yes, I have some corduroy pants.
What about you? Do you have any corduroy shorts or corduroy pants? Very good.
Kevin, look what I found.
What is that?
These are overalls.
Overalls. That's right. These are called overalls. They have the straps right here. They button together here. These are called overalls. What about the material? What material is this?
It's called denim.
That's right. This material is denim. These are denim overalls. I don't have any denim overalls. What about you, Lisa? Do you have any denim overalls?
No, I don't have any denim overalls.
What about you? Do you have any denim overalls? Very good.
Kevin, how do you pronounce overalls?
Overalls. It's like 2 words, over and all together. Overalls. Over. Use a long O sound like no and go. Over. Alls. Use the aw sound like ball and call. Alls. Together. These are overalls. These are denim overalls.
And now let's talk about different things that you can see on clothes. So this is a dress, but it's a ruffly dress. It has ruffles. These are ruffles. Kevin, how do you pronounce ruffles?
Ruffles. Use the short sound like cup and up for the first syllable. Rough. Ruffles. Then a short sound for the second syllable. Ols. Ruffles. This dress has ruffles. These are called ruffles. Lisa, do you have a dress with ruffles?
Yes, I have a dress with ruffles.
Like this one?
Yeah, like this one.
What about you? Do you have a dress with ruffles? Very good. Let's talk about these shorts. These shorts are different. They have a different kind of waistband. This is the waistband because it goes around your waist. Lisa, what kind of waistband is this?
It's elastic because it stretches.
That's right, it's an elastic waistband. These shorts have an elastic waistband. Lisa, do you have any shorts with an elastic waistband?
Yes, I have shorts with an elastic waistband.
Are they comfortable?
Yeah, they're very comfy.
That's right. Shorts with an elastic waistband are very comfortable.
I can tie them.
That's right, you can tie the drawstrings. What about another verb? Can you tighten the drawstrings?
Yeah, I can tighten the drawstrings.
Okay, show me. Tighten the drawstrings. First you have to untie them and then you tighten. That's the verb. Wait. Are you tightening them or are you tying them? They're different.
Okay. So first I tighten them.
Yeah, tighten. That's the verb. You tighten the drawstrings. And then?
I'm tying the shorts. I'm tying the drawstrings.
That's right. Now she's tying the drawstrings. They're different. Now the drawstrings are tied. That's the description. I can say they are tied. Because she tied them, I can describe the drawstrings and say they are tied. Good job.
Thank you.
Lisa, what is this?
This is a tie.
That's right, this is a tie. Now, what is the action? What do I do with a tie?
You tie a tie.
That's right, you tie a tie. That's right, this is a tie, and I tie my tie.
Is it a solid color tie?
Yeah, it's a solid. No pattern, one color, it's a solid.
Kevin, do you have a tie?
Yes, I have a tie.
Why do you need a tie?
I don't know, but I have one. I never wear it.
Do you like wearing a tie?
No, I hate wearing a tie.
Why?
Because it's not comfortable.
Why do people wear ties?
Because it looks nice.
And what about this? Kevin, what do you call this?
This is a tie too, but it's a different kind of tie. It's called a bow tie because you look at it and you see it's in the shape of a bow. It's a bow, but it's also a tie. It's called a bow tie.
Kevin, do you have a bow tie?
No, I don't have any bow ties.
Why not?
Because they're not cool.
I think they are.
I don't think they're cool at all.
What do you think? Do you think they're cool?
Yeah, do you think bow ties are cool?
I think they're cool.
I don't think so.
And what about these things? What are they called?
Those are called suspenders. Suspenders. It comes from the verb suspend. To hold something up means to suspend it. So suspend, the verb, and these are called suspenders. They hold up your pants. They go over your shoulders, they clip to your pants, and they hold up your pants. You use them instead of wearing a belt. People wear suspenders. And I don't think suspenders are cool either. Lisa, what do you think? Do you think suspenders are cool?
Yeah, I think they're cool. Santa wears them.
That's right, Santa wears suspenders, but I still don't think they're cool. I would never wear suspenders. I only wear a belt.
Do you think suspenders are cool? Write your answer in the comments.
So I never wear suspenders. I prefer to wear a belt.
This is a belt.
That's right, I always wear a belt. I never wear suspenders.
Kevin, what do you call this?
Oh, that part of the belt?
Yeah.
That's called the buckle. Buckle, use the short sound like cup and up. Buckle. Plus the short sound ul. Buckle. That is the buckle.
So when you're in the car, do you buckle up?
That's right. When I'm in the car, I buckle up. What does it mean to buckle up?
It means to put on your seatbelt when you're in the car.
Oh yeah, I do that. I put on my seatbelt in the car, so I buckle up when I get in the car.
And Kevin, what about this belt? It's black here and it's brown here. Is it a reversible belt?
That's right. You can change the color. One side is black, one side is brown. We call this a reversible belt because you can reverse the color. It's a reversible belt. I always wear a reversible belt. Sometimes I want it to be black, sometimes I want it to be brown. It's very convenient.
Kevin, let's review what we learned.
Yeah, let's review. Look at this jacket. Lisa, what do you call this thing?
It's called a hood.
That's right, this is called a hood. And what about these things? What do you call these things?
They're called drawstrings.
That's right, these are called drawstrings. And what about these? What are these called?
They're not called buttons. They're called snaps.
Oh, they are snaps. I thought they were buttons.
No, they're snaps. They are called snaps, not buttons, because they snap like this.
That's right. They're called snaps. They're not buttons. They're snaps.
Kevin thought they were buttons, but they're not. They're snaps. Can we show them closer? These are snaps, not buttons.
And what else does it have?
It has a zipper.
A what?
It's called a zipper.
Oh yeah, right here. This is a zipper. So, I need a phrasal verb when I do this. I
zip it up.
That's right, I zip it up. I zip up the jacket. If I use the pronoun it, I have to put it in the middle. Zip it up. Zip it up. The T changes to a fast D. Did you zip it up or did I zip it up?
You zipped it up.
In the past, zipped it up. That's right, I zipped it up. Link the sounds. I zipped it up. Now let's go the other way.
Can you unzip it, Kevin?
Yeah, I can unzip the jacket. Now we use the verb unzip. You unzip the jacket. Did you unzip the jacket?
No, you unzipped the jacket.
That's right, I unzipped the jacket. Use the T sound. T-t, unzipped. I unzipped the jacket. Now the jacket is unzipped.
I want to try it on.
Sure, try it on.
Use the phrasal verb try on.
I'll hold the hanger.
Okay. The jacket is too big.
It doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit. It's too big.
Let's talk about what she did. She tried on the jacket. Try in the present, in the past, tried. She tried on the jacket. When I say jacket, I can put it at the end. She tried on the jacket. But if I say it, I have to put it in the middle. She tried it on. Pronunciation, it on, it on. Use a fast D. She tried it on.
But it's too big. It doesn't fit me.
Do you like it?
No, it's black and it's too big. I don't like it.
Well, you can try on a different size. You could try on a smaller size.
Yeah, but I don't like the style.
So why did you try it on in the first place?
Because I wanted to teach the phrasal verb, try on.
Good job. Let's talk about these jeans. I'm confused, Lisa. Is this a button or a snap?
This is a button. So you unbutton the jeans.
Okay, you unbutton the jeans. Use the verb unbutton. I unbuttoned the jeans in the past. Now I will do this. So what is that?
You buttoned up the jeans.
That's right, I buttoned up the jeans. We use the phrasal verb, button up. In the past, buttoned. Use the D sound. I buttoned up the jeans. Now let's talk about this.
Kevin, what do you call this thing?
Okay, this is a zipper. We talked about zipper before with the jacket, but this zipper is a little different.
What do you call it?
It's called a fly. When you talk about the zipper on jeans or your pants, it's called a fly. So if it's like this, I can say, well, usually it's buttoned up, right? It's buttoned up, but it's open.
So what do you say?
I say, your fly is open. Check your fly. Your fly is open.
Or you can say,
oh yeah, you can say XYZ PDQ.
What does it stand for?
Examine your zipper pretty darn quick. XYZ PDQ. Or you can just say, your fly is open.
So what do you need to do?
You need to zip up your pants, zip up your fly, zip up your zipper.
And these jeans, they have holes.
That's
Why
not
do they
good.
have holes?
They have holes because some people like jeans with holes. They're called ripped. Rip in the present, in the past, ripped. I use ripped as an adjective. These jeans are ripped. They have a lot of rips. So I can say they're ripped up. I can use up together. Ripped up, when they're ripped a lot. These jeans are all ripped up. That's not good.
Kevin, do you have any ripped jeans?
No, I don't have any ripped jeans.
Why not?
I don't like ripped jeans. I like jeans with no holes.
What about you? Do you like ripped jeans? Good job. These jeans are faded.
And these jeans are not faded. See, they're dark blue. They're not faded.
And these jeans are faded. The color's different. It's light blue and the color is faded.
That's right. Those are faded jeans. Lisa, do you like faded jeans?
Not really. What about you? Do you like faded jeans?
No, I don't like faded jeans. I like jeans like this. Dark blue jeans.
What kind of jeans do you like? Good job.
Let's talk about these pants. These pants are a little different. Tell me about these pants, Lisa.
These pants are called cargo pants because they have pockets.
But they don't have regular pockets. Where are the pockets?
The pockets are on the side.
That's right. They have these big pockets on the side. These are called cargo pants because you can carry cargo, I guess, in your pockets. You can carry a lot of things. That's why they're called cargo pants. Now let's talk about underwear. Men's underwear. I have some men's underwear. These are called briefs. They're very short. These are called briefs. What about you, Lisa? What do you have?
These are boxers. These are not briefs. These are boxers. They're like shorts. Boxers. And these are plaid boxers. These are plaid boxers and these are solid boxers.
That's right. Those are boxers. They're larger. They're like shorts. But these are briefs. But they're both underwear. They're both men's underwear.
Kevin, do we say underwear is or underwear are?
People say both, actually. That's right. I can say my underwear are clean or my underwear is clean. So Lisa, what do you have there?
This is my cardigan. It's a sweater, but it's also called a cardigan. It has buttons right here. So this is a cardigan.
So a cardigan is a kind of sweater.
That's right. This is a cardigan.
All right. So what are you going to do with your cardigan?
I'm going to put it on.
Put it on. Remember, put it in the middle. Put it on. And pronounce it with a fast E. Put it on. In the present, put it on. In the past, put it on. It doesn't change. She put it on. Or I can say she put on her sweater. Now, are you getting hot now?
Yeah, I'm getting hot.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to take it off.
Take it off. Another phrasal verb. Take in the present, in the past, took. She took off her sweater. Or I can say she took it off, putting the pronoun it in the middle with a fast E. It, took it off. She took it off. Here, I'll take your sweater.
Thank you.
What are you doing now?
I'm tucking in my shirt.
Tucking in your shirt. She's tucking in her shirt. Tuck in, another phrasal verb. In the present, tuck. In the past, tucked. She tucked in her shirt.
That's right. I'm still tucking it in.
Oh, you're still tucking it in? You're not finished yet?
That's right.
All right, now she's finished. So she tucked in her shirt. Tuck, in the past, tucked. Link the sounds. Tucked in. Let's practice. What did she do? Did she tuck in her shirt? That's right, she tucked in her shirt. Today we're going to learn hunting vocabulary.
Let's get started. Kevin, what did you find there?
I found a hunter. He's a hunter.
What does he have?
He has a bow.
What about his arrow?
He doesn't have an arrow, but I have an arrow right here. This is an arrow. So you can hunt with a bow and arrow. Again, this is the arrow and that's the bow. Together, a bow and arrow.
How do we pronounce bow?
Bow. Use a long O like no and go. Bow. A bow and arrow. And this is an arrow.
How do we pronounce arrow?
Arrow. Use the sound air like hair and chair. Air. Plus the long O like no and go. Arrow. This is an arrow. And he's hunting with a bow and arrow. So remember, the person is a hunter. He's a hunter. And the action is hunt. I can say he likes to hunt with his bow and arrow.
What about the activity?
The activity is hunting. I can say go hunting with no to. I don't say go to hunting. He likes to go hunting with a bow and arrow.
Do we have to use a preposition with the verb hunt?
No, I can say he's hunting deer. He's hunting animals. I don't know what he's hunting, but there's no preposition. He's hunting something, some kind of animal.
What do you think he's hunting?
I think he's hunting bears.
With a bow and arrow?
Okay, maybe not. Maybe he's hunting turkeys.
What is he hunting turkeys with?
He's hunting turkeys with a bow and arrow.
Let me see. Do they have any turkeys here?
Yeah, there's some turkeys right there. But they're not real. We call these decoy turkeys. Yeah, these are fake turkeys. They're not real. We call them decoy turkeys. The idea is you put the turkey out and a real turkey will come and you shoot the real turkey. They're called decoys or decoy turkeys.
How do we pronounce turkey?
Turkey, use the sound like burger. Turkey. Plus the long E sound like green beans. These are fake turkeys.
Kevin, is it countable or uncountable?
When you talk about the animal, it's countable. This is a turkey. You can have one turkey or two turkeys. But when you talk about the meat that you eat, it's not countable. I would like some more turkey.
Do you like turkey?
I love turkey. I eat it all the time.
Kevin, look what I have.
That's a target.
That's right. This is a target. Kevin, how do we pronounce target?
Use the R sound like car and far, tar, plus the hard g sound. Target. Not target, it's target. This is a target. And if you shoot your arrow at the target, for target practice, you call it archery. That's shooting a bow and arrow at a target. It's called archery. And the person is an archer.
Have you ever done archery?
Yeah, I've done archery before.
Do you like it?
It's pretty fun, yeah. In summer camp I did it. So what if you shoot the arrow and you hit the red dot in the center? What do you call the red dot in the center?
It's called a bullseye.
That's right, it's called a bullseye. I don't know why it's called a bullseye. There's no bull, but that's what we call it. If you hit the center, it's called the bullseye. You hit the bullseye. That means you have good aim. If you can hit the bullseye, you have good aim.
No, a good aim?
No, it's not countable. You don't say I have a good aim. You just say I have good aim.
Do you have good aim?
No, I don't have good aim. I never practiced shooting a bow and arrow.
What about archery? You said you've done archery before.
When I was a child, I did it. I don't practice, so I don't have good aim. Lisa, what did you find there?
I have a camouflage jacket.
It's cute. It's for kids.
Yeah, it's for little kids, but usually hunters wear camouflage clothes.
Why do hunters wear camouflage?
Because they don't want to be seen by the animals.
I see.
This is a camouflage jacket.
And they have a lot of camouflage here. These are camouflage overalls.
Do we say a camouflage overalls?
No, we don't say a camouflage overalls because overalls is plural. Overalls, it has an S at the end of it. I say the overalls are pretty, or the overalls are camouflage, or the overalls are ugly. I can't say the overalls is, I have to use are because they're plural.
Just like pants and shorts.
Hey, I have some pants right here. They have camouflage pants.
Kevin, how do we pronounce camouflage?
Camouflage. Use the open a sound like ham and ma'am, cam, plus the short sound, cama, relaxed, camouflage. And the open ah like hot and stop. Camouflage. Let's talk about that last consonant. Camouflage. Not camouflage, but the softer sound, camouflage, like in measure and treasure. These are camouflage pants. And they have more camouflage. They have a camouflage hat. Do you want to buy this camouflage hat, Lisa?
No, I'm good, thanks.
It would look good on you.
No, it's not my style.
Tell us, what do you think about this camouflage hat? Tell us in the comments. Do you think it's beautiful? Do you think it's ugly? And do you think Lisa should buy it? Let us know in the comments.
Kevin, what do we have here?
We have guns. A lot of people like to go hunting with guns. It's a lot easier than with a bow and arrow. It's easier to shoot the animal with a gun.
Are these real guns?
No, these aren't real guns. These are BB guns. They don't shoot real bullets. They shoot these little balls called BBs. So they're called BB guns. These are called BBs. And these guns shoot BBs, not bullets, so they're called BB guns.
Do you have one?
No, I don't have a BB gun.
Do you think a BB gun is dangerous?
It could be. You could shoot your eye out. And these guns are called rifles.
How do we pronounce rifle?
Rifle. Use a long I like I and like rye. Rifle. Plus the short sound and the dark L. O. Like in table and bottle. Rifle. These are rifles.
Did you have one when you were a kid?
Yeah, I had a BB gun when I was a kid.
Did you shoot out anyone's eye?
No, I didn't. I shot my brother 2 times, but not in the eye. So remember the verb, shoot. You shoot somebody. Shoot in the present, in the past, shot. I shot my brother twice with my BB gun.
And what preposition do we use?
Well, if you shoot somebody, there's no preposition. You shoot somebody, or you shoot an animal. But if you shoot in someone's direction, we use at. You can shoot at somebody, that means you shoot in their direction. But you don't necessarily hit them.
And if you shoot someone? What does it mean?
It means they were hit by the bullet or the BB.
And the person, if he dies, what do we say? He was shot?
That's right, we say he was shot. He was shot to death. If the person dies, we say he was shot to death.
How do we pronounce shot?
Shot, use the open ah sound like hot and stop. Shot. And I shot my brother.
Why were you shooting at your brother?
We were playing a game. We were shooting at each other with our BB guns. It was a dangerous game.
Did he get hurt?
A little bit. He had a little red mark.
Did it break the skin?
No, it didn't break the skin. Just left a little red mark.
So he wasn't bleeding?
No, he wasn't bleeding.
What about the word shooting? It can be a noun, right?
That's right. So we have the continuous action shooting, if you're shooting somebody, but we have a shooting, which is a noun. It's a countable noun. So if I say there was a shooting, that means somebody shot somebody. There was a shooting.
Kevin, what are these called?
These are called binoculars. Hunters use binoculars to see animals far away.
How do you pronounce it?
Binoculars. Use the short is sound like this is, bina. Put the stress on the second syllable. It's an open sound like hot and stop. Bina. Binoculars. Make the y sound like in yes, in yellow. Binoculars. And the sound like burger. These are binoculars.
Kevin, look what I found.
Ah, these are knives. Remember, one knife and two knives. The F changes to a V sound. Link the sounds. Knives. These are hunting knives. Knives used by hunters.
Kevin, what is it called?
Well, you can call it a few things. You can call it a tomahawk or a hatchet.
I would call it a hatchet.
Yeah, I would call it a hatchet too.
How do we pronounce hatchet?
Hatchet, use the open ass sound like black cat. Hatch. Hatchet. The stress is on the first syllable.
And what about the letter T at the end?
Use a stop T. Stop the air. Hatchet. Not hatchet, but hatchet. This is a black hatchet.
Kevin, do you have a hatchet?
I don't have a hatchet.
Would you like to buy one?
No, thank you.
That's a big knife. What kind of knife is it?
It's called a machete.
How do we pronounce it?
Machete. The first syllable is a relaxed sound like cup and up. Mush. Machete. The CH makes the soft sh sound like shoe. Machete. Put the stress on the second syllable and make the vowel like red in bed. Machete. And the T is a fast T because it's between vowels. Machete. This is a machete. It's used for clearing brush.
That's a big knife. Look what I have here.
What is that?
It's a goose, I think.
That's right, it's a goose. It's a Canadian goose. Is it a real goose?
No, it's a fake one.
It's a fake goose, that's right. It's a decoy, like the turkeys. This is a decoy goose.
How do we pronounce goose?
Goose. Use the long oo like boot and food. Goose. Plus the S sound with no voice. Goose. This is a fake goose.
One goose, two?
Two geese. They have a lot of geese here. One goose and two geese. There are many geese here. Fake geese.
How do we pronounce geese?
Geese. Use the long E like C and me. Geese. So remember, one goose and two geese. It's an irregular plural.
Today we're going to learn some important fishing vocabulary.
Today we're going to learn some great vocabulary about fishing.
Let's get started. First, let's talk about fishing gear. Kevin, what is gear?
Gear is equipment or supplies that you need for a specific purpose. That's gear.
How do we pronounce gear?
Gear. Use the hard G sound like gas and go, plus the long E, ear, like your ear. Together, gear.
This is fishing gear.
That's right, that's fishing gear.
Kevin, is it countable or uncountable?
It's not countable. I cannot say one gear and two gears. Not in this case, it's not countable. Just gear.
This is fishing gear. And this is a tackle box. This is a tackle box for your fishing gear.
Do you put the fishing gear in the tackle box?
Yes, I put the fishing gear in the tackle box.
That's what it's for.
Kevin, how do you pronounce tackle?
Tackle. Use a short A sound like black cat, tackle. Then the closed old sound like bottle and table. Together, tackle. This is a tackle box. It's where you put your fishing gear.
How do you pronounce box?
Box. Use the open ah sound like hot and stop. Box. This is a tackle box. It's where you put your fishing gear.
Let's talk about the word tackle. It can also be a verb, right?
That's right, tackle can be a verb. It means to grab someone and throw them to the ground. That's to tackle somebody. But that verb has no relation to this tackle box. It's just a coincidence.
And what about tackle a problem?
That's right, we use the verb to tackle a problem, to take on and solve a difficult problem. You tackle a problem.
And this is a tackle box. And now let's talk about fishing gear. Let's talk about what you can have in the tackle box.
First, let's talk about this thing. What is this? This is a fishing pole. You definitely need a fishing pole if you want to go fishing. You can also call this a fishing rod. So it has two names, a fishing pole or a fishing rod.
Kevin, how do we pronounce rod?
Rod. Use the open ah sound like hot and stop. Rod. This is a fishing rod. Or you can say this is a fishing pole.
And you also need this. Kevin, what do you call this?
That's called fishing line. You put the fishing line on the fishing pole. So Lisa, what else do you need to go fishing?
We need more stuff. Let's talk about these things. Kevin, what are they called?
Those are called floats, or you can call them bobbers.
What verb do we use?
We use the verb float. The floats, or the bobbers, float in the water. They keep your fishing line up. So to go fishing, you also need bait. And there are many different kinds of bait. This bait is called lures. They are lures.
So why do we need bait?
We need bait to attract the fish. We need bait to lure the fish. That's why they're called lures, because lure is a verb similar to attract. You use the bait to attract the fish. You use the bait to lure the fish.
Kevin, what are these?
These are fake worms, another kind of bait. They're not real worms, so it's not live bait because they're not alive. They're not even real. They're fake worms.
Kevin, what about the word bait? Is it countable or uncountable?
Bait is not countable. I cannot say one bait and two baits. It's just bait. You have different kinds of bait.
Kevin, how do we pronounce worms?
Worms. When we have W-O-R, we change the pronunciation. We do not say or, we pronounce it were, worms. Use the sound like burger. These are fake worms. It's a kind of bait.
Here we have more fishing gear. Kevin, what are they called?
These are called hooks. You need hooks to catch the fish.
How do you pronounce hooks?
Hooks. Use the short sound like look and book and good. Hook. These are hooks. We need hooks to catch the fish. And you put the bait on the hook. We use the preposition on. You can also use bait as a verb and say you need to bait the hook. That means to put the bait on the hook.
Write in the comments what bait you prefer. Live bait, fake worms, or lures.
Let us know in the comments.
To catch fish, you need a fishing rod, and you need this. Kevin, what is it called?
It's called a net. This is a fishing net.
How do we pronounce net?
Use the short S sound like red and bed. Net. Then use a stop T. You can say net, but normally people say net. Just put your tongue up and stop the T. Stop the air. Net. This is a fishing net.
You need a net to catch fish. Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm practicing.
What are you practicing?
I'm practicing casting. I need to practice casting the line. It's important.
Casting a line?
Yeah, casting the line. That's the verb. When you do this, you cast. You cast the line. You remember the fishing line? That's right. You cast. Or you cast the line.
This is fishing line. Kevin, what about the verb cast? What about the past form?
It's the same as the present. We don't say casted. I casted the line. No. In the present, I cast. In the past, I cast. I cast the line. I cast the line really far.
And when you catch a fish, what do you do?
Oh, yeah. When you catch the fish, then you have to do this. Maybe it's this way. I need to practice. Yeah, when you do this, you reel in the fish. Reel in the fish. It's a phrasal verb. Real, like if something is real, it's not fake. It's the same pronunciation. Use a long E sound. Real. Then the dark L. Reel. You have to reel in the fish. Reel in the fish. Use the preposition in. You do this to reel in the fish.
Kevin, do you like to go fishing?
Not really. I never go fishing. But maybe if I buy this fishing pole, I'll start. Lisa, do you like to go fishing?
No, I don't like to go fishing.
What about you? Do you like to go fishing? Tell us about it in the comments. Let us know. Do you like to go fishing?
Kevin, let's talk about going fishing.
Okay, we say go fishing. We don't use a preposition. We don't say go to fishing. We just have go plus the gerund fishing. Go fishing. Like when you say go shopping or go dancing. There's no to. Just go fishing.
It's a fun activity. That's why we say go fishing.
That's right. And remember, when you say go fishing, don't say go fishing to the lake. We don't use to. It's an activity at a location. So you say go fishing at the lake or by the lake or on the lake if you're on a boat. But don't say go fishing to the lake. That is not correct.
Kevin, when you catch a fish, what do you need?
Well, when you catch a fish, you need to cut it. You need to cut it into pieces. You need to fillet the fish.
Do you need to clean it first?
Oh yeah, you need to clean it first. That's right. So you need a knife. You have to cut off his head and you have to take off the skin. That's called cleaning a fish. Also, you have to take out the guts. That's right. Take out the guts. That's called cleaning a fish.
And what do fish have? Do they have scales?
Some do. Some fish have scales. Some fish have skin. So, to fillet a fish, you need a special knife. You need a fillet knife. So, pronunciation. We see the ET making the long A sound, like say and day. Fillet. This is a fillet knife. And when you cut the fish like this, you fillet the fish. That's the verb to. And then when you have the piece of meat cut like this, it's called a fillet. That's the name of the cut of meat. It's called a fillet because you fillet the fish with a fillet knife.
Let's learn some more important vocabulary. Kevin, what is this called?
Well, it has two names. It's called an oar. I have one too. This is called an oar, or you can call it a paddle. So it has two names.
Kevin, how do we pronounce these words?
All right, so the first word, oar. This is pronounced the same as this or that. Or, this is an oar. Or I can call it a paddle. Paddle. Use a short ass sound like black cat. Paddle. Plus a short ul sound like in table and bottle. Paddle. This is a paddle. Lisa, do you have a paddle?
Yes, I have a paddle.
You row the boat. Row. Use a long O like go and no. You row the boat with your paddle. Lisa, are you going to row the boat with your oar?
I don't have a boat.
I'm sorry.
But if I had one, I would row the boat. Just like that.
With what?
With a paddle.
Or with an oar. Let's talk more about paddle. Yes, this is a paddle. She has a paddle. But you can also use it as a verb. You can paddle the boat. You can row the boat or you can paddle the boat. Paddle is a verb too.
Kevin, where are we today?
We're at Swantonberry Farms.
And what are we going to do here?
We're going to pick strawberries. It's an organic strawberry farm.
Kevin, where are you?
I'm in a strawberry field. It's a huge strawberry field.
What are you doing here?
I'm picking strawberries. Pick, that's the verb. I'm picking strawberries.
Can you say pick up?
No, you cannot say pick up strawberries. When you talk about fruits or vegetables, you cannot say pick up. You have to say pick, just the verb pick. You pick fruits and vegetables, and I'm picking strawberries.
When can you say pick up?
You say pick up when something's on the floor. You pick something up off the floor. That's pick up. This is not pick up. This is pick. I'm picking strawberries.
What about pick out?
Pick out. We use the phrasal verb pick out when you pick something out from a group. Like if I'm choosing a gift at a store, I can pick out a gift. Or if I'm choosing my clothes in the morning, I can pick out my clothes. But not here. When you're talking about fruits and vegetables, you cannot say pick out fruits or vegetables. Just use the verb pick. I'm picking strawberries. This strawberry is red and this strawberry is yellowish green, I guess. So which strawberry do I want to pick? I want to pick this one because this one is ripe. That's the adjective we use. This strawberry is ripe. I know it because it's red. And this strawberry is not ripe yet. So I'm going to pick the ripe strawberry. Yeah. Pick. I picked the ripe strawberry. Pick in the past, picked. So I used the verb pick. I picked the ripe strawberry. This strawberry is ripe. Because it's red, I know it's ripe. Pick in the past, picked. Use the t sound, picked. I picked a strawberry, and I picked the ripe strawberry. Not the other one, not the green one, not the yellow one, the red one. This strawberry is ripe.
What about the verb?
That's right, there's a verb, ripen. Let's look at the strawberry. This strawberry is not ripe yet. But what is it doing? It's ripening. It's changing. It's turning ripe. We have a verb for that. We say ripen. The strawberry will ripen in the sun. The strawberry is still ripening. It's not ripe yet. It needs to ripen some more.
So is it sour?
I don't know. I'm not going to eat it. Do you want to try it?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'm going to eat this one. It's good.
Is it sweet?
No.
Is it juicy?
Yeah, it is. It's good.
Kevin, how do we pronounce strawberry?
Strawberry. We see the TR together making the ch sound, like train and truck. Together, straw. Make the R sound with the voice, not straw, but straw. Strawberry. The vowel aw, like call and ball, straw. Strawberry. Strawberry. Berry. Use the sound air like chair and hair. Bear. Berry. Strawberry. I'm picking strawberries.
1 strawberry, 2?
2 strawberries. Add the S and make the Z sound like in zebra. Z. Strawberries. I'm picking strawberries. And they're good.
Do you like strawberries?
I love strawberries. So let's go pick some more strawberries.
Kevin, what do you need to pick strawberries?
Well, you need a container to put the strawberries in. I have a box.
What kind of box is it? Is it a wooden box?
No, it's not a wooden box. This is a chipboard box. They call this chipboard. It's not cardboard because it's not thick, it's thinner. It's called chipboard. Anyway, I have a box to put my strawberries in.
What else can you use to pick strawberries?
You can also have a basket. You can pick strawberries with a basket. This is a basket. But I don't have a basket. I have a box.
How do we pronounce basket?
Basket. Use the open A sound like black cat. Basket. And then the closed sound. Basket. And use a stop T. Not basket. Just stop the air with your tongue. Basket. I don't have a basket. I have a box. I'm putting strawberries in my little box.
Kevin, who's that guy over there?
That's not a guy.
What is that?
It's a scarecrow. It's not a person. It's called a scarecrow.
Why do you call this a scarecrow?
It's called a scarecrow because it's supposed to scare the crows. So the crows don't eat the strawberries. It's supposed to scare the crows. Crows are those big black birds. But it's supposed to scare all the birds away. That's why it's called a scarecrow.
Kevin, how do we pronounce scarecrow?
Scarecrow. First, let's look at the word scare. Use the air sound like hair and chair. Scare, together with the word crow. Use the long O sound like no and go. Crow. Let's put them together. Scarecrow. It's called a scarecrow because it's supposed to scare the crows away. That's why it's called a scarecrow.
1 scarecrow, 2?
2 scarecrows. That's right, it's countable. I can have 1 scarecrow or 2 scarecrows.
Kevin, are you scared of scarecrows?
No, I'm not scared of scarecrows. I'm not a crow.
Good job.
Thank you.
Emily, what are you doing?
I'm picking strawberries.
Do you have a lot of strawberries in the box?
Yeah, I have a lot of strawberries in the box.
They look yummy. Are you gonna eat them all?
Yes, I'm gonna eat them all.
Are you gonna share them with me?
I might share them with you.
What about Daddy?
I might.
What about Sophia and Benji?
I guess.
What is Sophia doing over there?
She's picking more strawberries.
Does she like strawberries?
I think so.
What about Benji?
No, he doesn't really like strawberries.
Is it your first time picking strawberries?
No, this is not my first time.
Is it your second time?
No, it's my third.
How many times have you picked strawberries?
3 times. I've picked strawberries 3 times.
Do you like picking strawberries?
Yes, I do like picking strawberries.
Emily, can you say pick up strawberries?
No, you cannot say pick up strawberries.
Why not?
It's not grammatically correct.
Can you say pick out strawberries?
No, you cannot say pick out strawberries.
What are you supposed to say? Pick out strawberries, pick up strawberries, or pick strawberries?
Pick strawberries.
Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn English and practice speaking English, subscribe to our channel.
Today we're going to take our dog for a walk in the forest and learn some useful vocabulary. So let's get started.
Kevin, what do we call this thing?
This is called a leash. Use the long E sound like green beans. Leash. This is a leash, a dog leash.
Kevin, what preposition do we use?
We use on. I say the dog is on the leash. On. Coco is on the leash.
Kevin, what is the leash attached to?
The leash is attached to this. This is a harness. This is called a harness. Coco is wearing a harness. Harness. Pronunciation, use the R sound like far and bar. Har. Harness. The stress is on the first syllable. Harness. This is a harness, and the leash is attached to the harness. Sometimes dogs wear a collar that goes around their neck like this, but Coco doesn't have a collar. Right, Coco? Coco has a harness. He thinks it's more comfortable. He likes a harness better than a collar. Example, this is a collar, and a dog can wear a collar around their neck. Pronunciation, use the sound ah, the open sound ah, like hot and stop. Ka, collar. Don't be confused with color. Color has the short sound like cup and up. Color. Example, what color is my sweater? My sweater is black. That's color. But this is a collar. It's a more open sound.
Kevin, is it a new harness or is it an old harness?
It's an old harness. We've had this harness for a long time.
It doesn't look black anymore. It looks like it's faded.
Yeah, the harness is so old that it's faded. It lost some color. It used to be black, now it's kind of gray. So we say it's faded. The color is faded. Just like my jeans. My jeans are faded. They're not dark blue anymore, they're light blue. My jeans are faded. Just like Coco's harness. His harness is faded because it's old.
Kevin, what is Coco doing?
Coco is rolling around in the grass. He loves to roll around in the grass. I don't know why, but he loves it. Now he's shaking. Come here, Coco. Let's talk about dogs and what we call dogs. I can say this is a dog, or I can say this is a doggy. Kids like to say doggy. Oh, it's a nice doggy. It's a nice doggy. And sometimes people say pooch to refer to a dog. It's just a fun word for a dog. Pooch. Pooch. Pronunciation, use the oo sound like moon and soon. Pooch. He's a good pooch. Sometimes people say pooch to refer to a dog.
What do you call a baby dog?
A baby dog is a puppy. We got Coco when she was a puppy, but now she's all grown up. She's not a puppy anymore.
How do you pronounce puppy?
Puppy. Use the short sound like cup and up. Pup. Puppy. Plus the long E sound like green beans. Puppy. Coco's not a puppy anymore. Coco is an adult dog. Right? Coco's 4 years old. Good doggy, good doggy.
Does Coco like to play?
Coco loves to play. Coco is a playful dog. Aren't you, Coco?
Does she like to fetch?
Let's see.
Kevin, what do you have there?
I have a stick, and you can play fetch with a stick. See the stick, Coco? So, you throw the stick, and the dog brings it back. That's fetch. The dog will fetch the stick, and we're gonna play fetch. Right, Coco? You missed it. Yeah! Good, Coco. He doesn't always bring it right back to me. He didn't bring it back to me. So, fetch is the action. Coco fetched the stick. Do you want to play fetch again? Fetch is also the name of the game. We can play fetch. Do you want to play fetch, Coco? Okay, you're going to fetch the stick. Are you ready? You got it, Coco. You got it. Now bring it to me, like a good doggy. That's the game. You bring it back to me. Oh, almost. I'm over here. Okay, you can play with the stick. He's happy.
The dog is breathing heavily.
That's right. That's called panting. The dog was running, so now the dog is breathing heavily. That's called panting. The dog is panting.
Kevin, what do dogs do? Do they bark?
Yeah, dogs bark like this. Ruff, 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 ruff. Right? And how do we explain the sound when we talk about barking? We say arf, ruff, and woof in English. This is the sound of a dog barking, right? Ruff, 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 ruff. That's how you bark. But Coco's happy right now, so she's not going to bark.
She's wagging her tail.
Yeah, wag. Wag is the action. She's wagging her tail because she's happy. She's not going to bark, and she's not going to growl. Are you going to growl, Coco? Growl, that's this sound. No, that's when dogs are angry. Dogs growl when they're angry. Are you going to growl, Coco? No, Coco's not going to growl because she's not angry. She's happy.
Who does she growl at?
She growls at the mailman. She always growls at the mailman.
Who does she bark at?
She barks at the mailman too. She always barks at the mailman. So we see the preposition at. She growls at the mailman and she barks at the mailman. Don't you, Coco?
Kevin, what problems do dogs have?
Dogs have very few problems, but the most common problem that dogs have is insects. We have fleas and ticks. Little insects that get on the dog. The most common are fleas and ticks. So we give Coco medicine so she doesn't have any fleas or ticks.
What happens when they get fleas and ticks?
Well, when they get fleas and ticks, they scratch like this. Right, Coco? Yeah. When they get fleas and ticks, they scratch because it itches. Remember the verbs, scratch. They scratch themselves because they itch. Itch is the verb when you feel the feeling. Itch. When dogs itch, they scratch themselves because they have fleas or ticks.
Are they itchy?
That's right, they're itchy. That's the adjective. When they're itchy, they scratch themselves. Like this. That's scratch.
Is Coco a good dog?
Yeah, Coco's a good dog. Aren't you a good dog? It's a good dog.
So what are you doing, Kevin?
I'm praising the dog. I'm saying, good girl, good girl. I praise the dog, especially when the dog does tricks. And Coco knows some tricks. Coco, come on, up there, up. Up, Coco, come on, up. So Coco can dance. That's her trick, right, Coco? You can dance? So I say, good girl, good girl, good girl. I praise the dog when the dog does a trick. But if the dog is bad, then I scold the dog. Bad Coco, bad Coco, bad Coco. Coco's confused right now. But that's when Coco's bad. I say, bad dog, bad dog. I scold the dog when she's bad. But if she's good, I praise the dog. Good girl, good girl. You're confused, aren't you?
Kevin, can Coco have babies?
No, Coco cannot have babies because she's fixed. That's what we say. We got her fixed. We paid the veterinarian money to have surgery so the dog cannot have babies. We say she's fixed and we got her fixed. Get in the present, in the past, got. We got her fixed so she cannot have babies.
Kevin, what about the words neutered and spayed?
That's right. Those terms are more exact. So if it's a girl dog, you get the dog spayed. So Coco was spayed, technically. And if it's a boy dog, you get the dog neutered.
And what do people say?
People normally just say, I got my dog fixed.
Do dogs have nails?
No, dogs don't have nails. Can I see your paw? This is Coco's paw. This is Coco's paw. And these are called claws, not nails. I have fingernails, but Coco has, Coco has paws. She has 4 paws. And on each paw, she has claws. Not nails, but claws. Pronunciation, claws. Use the aw sound like Santa Claus. That's right, they sound the same. Claws, like Santa Claus, and dogs have claws. Coco, come here. Show everybody your whiskers. Coco, come here. The dogs have whiskers. These little things on the side of their face are called whiskers. Dogs have whiskers.
How do you pronounce whiskers?
Whiskers. The H is silent, and we use the short I sound like this is. Whiskers. Dogs have whiskers. Now, men, if they grow hair right here, these are not whiskers. A man can grow a mustache. That's hair right here. Men can grow a mustache, and dogs have whiskers. They're different.
What is Coco doing?
Coco is whimpering, or you can say Coco is whining. She's making that sound. That's called whimpering or whining. They're both verbs. Whimper or whine.
Why is she whimpering?
Because a dog came by and she wants to go chase the dog. And now the dog's gone and she smells the dog. So she's a little upset. That's why she's whimpering. That's why she's whining. She's not happy.
What breed is she?
Breed, that's right. Dogs come in different breeds. Different kinds of dogs are called different breeds of dogs. And Coco is a mix. She's mixed between Labrador and I don't know what. She's a mix. Half Labrador and half something else. I'm not sure what.
What about the verb breed?
That's right, breed is also a verb. If I have two dogs and I put them together so they can make babies, I breed dogs. Breed in the present, in the past, bred. Pronunciation, use a short eh like head and red. Bread, just like the bread you eat, but it's spelled differently.
And what about the person who breeds dogs?
They're called breeders, dog breeders. They breed dogs.
Kevin, are you a dog breeder?
No, I'm not a dog breeder. I don't breed dogs. I just have this one dog. And she's fixed anyway. She can't have babies.
Kevin, she's a mix, right? But what if a dog is not a mix?
If a dog is not mixed, then the dog is a pure breed. For example, if Coco was 100% Labrador, she would be a pure breed. But she's not. She's mixed with Labrador and something else. She's not a pure breed.
So I can say she's a mix.
That's right, she's a mix. Or she's mixed.
Kevin, people have hair. What about dogs?
Well, dogs have fur. That's right, Coco, you have fur. Now, sometimes you'll hear hair when people talk about dogs. For example, they'll say it's a long hair or it's a short hair, Chihuahua. But really, this hair is called fur. Dogs have fur.
And sometimes they lose their fur.
That's right. Sometimes dogs lose their fur. That's called shedding. Dogs shed. That means they lose their fur. You find it on your sofa. That's shed. Sometimes Coco sheds and I find fur or hair, dog hair, on the sofa.
What are the other ways to talk about her fur?
Well, if she's healthy, you say she has a shiny coat. That's right, a coat like we wear. We refer to the fur as a coat. If she's healthy, she has a shiny coat. Also, to know if your dog is healthy, you feel her nose. Come here, Coco. Her nose is wet. It's not dry. That's good. If a dog has a wet nose, that means the dog is healthy. If the dog has a dry nose, the dog is not healthy. So Coco's healthy. She has a shiny coat and a wet nose. Good girl. Now let's talk about Coco's legs. She has 4 legs. She has her front legs right here, and she has her back legs or her hind legs. Now, can Coco stand on her hind legs? Let's find out. Coco, look at that. Coco can stand on her hind legs. She's a talented dog. She's a genius. Coco.
Oh, Coco.
Uh-oh. There's a dog way down there. Good eyes, Coco.
Kevin, where did we get Coco?
We got Coco from the animal shelter. Or you can say we got her from the pound. The pound is another way to say the animal shelter. A homeless dog is called a stray dog. And Coco was a stray dog. So the animal catcher caught her and took her to the pound. They took her to the animal shelter. And that's where we got her. You can also call her a rescue dog. If you get a dog from the pound, you can call the dog a rescue dog. Or just a rescue. I'm petting my pet. That's right. Pet is a verb and a noun. This is my dog. This is my pet. And this action, I don't say I touch the dog. I say I pet the dog.
What about the verb in the past?
In the past, petted. In the present, I pet my dog. And in the past, I petted my dog. Petted. Lisa, be careful. Duck. That's the verb duck. Lisa had to duck because of the tree.
How do we pronounce it?
Duck, with the short sound like run and fun. It's a closed sound, duck. Lisa had to duck, or I can say she had to duck her head because of the tree.
What about the animal, duck?
That's right, there's an animal duck too. It's spelled the same and pronounced the same. But one is an animal, it's countable, a duck, and one is a verb. Lisa had to duck to avoid the tree.
Kevin, what did you find there?
I found some pine cones. These are pine cones. These are little baby pine cones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They grow together like this. These are pine cones.
What do you say when they grow together like that?
Well, when something grows together like this, we say this is a cluster. This is a cluster of pine cones. They're all together in a group. We call it a cluster. They grow in clusters. Here's one cluster of pine cones. Here's another cluster of pine cones. Cluster.
How do you pronounce cluster?
Cluster. Use the short sound like up and fun. Cluster. This is a cluster of pine cones. And here's another cluster of pine cones. This is a cluster.
What else do you have there?
I have a little stick that fell from a tree. And we have a special name for these little sticks that fall from trees.
What are they called?
They're called twigs. This is a twig. There are many twigs on the ground. This is also a twig. There are a lot of twigs on the ground.
If I want to start a fire, what do I need?
You need a lot of twigs to start a fire. They work great for that. Twigs. These are twigs. Pronunciation. Use the short I sound like this is. Twig. These are twigs. And there are a lot of twigs on the ground.
What about the words limb and branch?
Limb and branch are synonyms. This is a tree branch, or I can say this is a tree limb. Remember, with limb, the B at the end is silent. This is a tree limb, or I can say this is a tree branch.
And what about people? Do they have limbs?
That's right. You can refer to a person's arms and legs as limbs, sometimes.
Is it more technical?
Yeah, it's more technical to talk about my arms and legs, calling them limbs. It's more technical.
Like, for example, in a shark attack, a person might lose his limb.
That's right. In a shark attack, a person might lose a limb. An arm or a leg can be called a limb in that case.
The sun is shining on me, so I can say, I'm in the sun. And right here, the sun is not shining on me, so I can say, I'm in the shade. Remember, not shadow, but I'm in the shade. So remember, in the sun, use the article the, in the sun, and in the shade, use the article the, in the shade. Remember, it's not correct to say in the shadow. We say in the shade. But if you look at the ground, we say it's a shadow. So you can see a shadow on the ground from the trees. Thank you for watching.
And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time. Say goodbye, Coco. Today we're learning vocabulary about animals. And we're at the SPCA for Monterey County.
What does SPCA stand for?
SPCA stands for the Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals.
That's a long name.
Yeah, that's a long name. That's why we say the SPCA. It's another name for animal shelter.
What is an animal shelter?
An animal shelter is a place where they bring animals that don't have a home. Homeless animals.
And what do you call them?
That's right, we don't call them homeless animals. We call them stray dogs or stray cats. Stray. We see the TR making the ch sound like chicken, plus the R together, stray. Stray dogs and stray cats. Or you might hear the word feral. Feral, for example, a feral cat is a cat with no home.
Are there a lot of stray cats and dogs in Monterey?
No, there are not a lot of stray cats and dogs in Monterey because they bring them here to the animal shelter. Another name for animal shelter is pound. You might see in a movie someone saying, we're going to take the dog to the pound, or take the dog to the dog pound. The pound is another name for the animal shelter.
Hey Kevin, what kind of cats are they?
These cats are called tabby cats. It's not a breed. You have different breeds of animals and you have different breeds of cats, but these cats are called tabby cats. It's a kind of cat. It's the pattern they have on their fur. See, they have a little M on their forehead. That's a tabby cat. And I think these are brothers or maybe sisters.
Do you think they came from the same litter?
Yeah, when animals come from the same litter, that means they're brothers or sisters. They came from the same mother at the same time. That's called a litter. When you have more than one animal from a mother, that's a litter of kittens or a litter of puppies. So I think they came from the same litter.
And what do you call a little kitten that is the smallest one in the litter?
The smallest animal in a litter is called the runt. The runt of the litter is the smallest animal in the litter.
And what are the cats doing?
They're licking their paws. And they're licking each other. The action is lick.
How do you pronounce this action?
We use the short sound I, like this is, lick, lick. They're licking each other, and they're licking each other. And before, she was licking her paw. This is a paw. Hey, hey. And when you look at the paws, they have claws. The sharp things that come out, I don't want to make the claws come out. Oh, sorry. The claws come out, but the claws are the sharp things that come out. And with their claws, they scratch. And that's why we have this. This is a scratching post. It's for the cats to scratch with their claws. It's a scratching post.
Kevin, what is that box in the corner?
Oh, that box. That's for their restroom. That's where they use the restroom, but we have a name for it. It's called a litter box. And the stuff inside it, that's called kitty litter. You have to buy kitty litter to put in your litter box. And that's where the cats go to the bathroom.
And what does kitty litter do?
It absorbs the waste, it absorbs the pee and the poop, and then you have to clean it out.
So what's the phrasal verb we have to use?
We use the phrasal verb clean out. You have to clean out the litter box every day. Do you want to play with a toy? Oh, yes, you do. The kitty wants to play with the cat toy. You can call these cats cats, or you can call them kitties. Kitty is just a fun word for cat.
And what do you call people who like cats?
People who like cats are called cat people. For example, you're a cat person.
That's right, I'm a cat person. What about you?
I'm not really a cat person. Cats are all right, but they're not my favorite. I'm not a cat person, but you are. You're a cat person.
Are you a dog person?
I guess I'm more of a dog person. I like dogs more than cats.
This is a playful kitty.
The other one's annoyed by the toy. The other one thinks the toy is annoying. These are good kitties. Maybe someone will adopt them today.
I hope so.
Yeah, they're up for adoption. Maybe someone will come and adopt them. That's what they do here at the SPCA. People come and they adopt pets. Because the pets are up for adoption. That means they're available so you can adopt them. They're up for adoption. You got it, you got it. There was that wire in the way. It's got a bell on it. Oh, 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 oh.
That's a playful cat. Kevin, I think you are a cat person.
Look at these cats. These cats aren't as lucky as the other cats. These cats are kept in kennels. They're like cages for animals. They're called kennels. Use the short S sound like pen and ten. Kennels. These cats are kept in kennels. Do you want to open the door and see the cat?
Sure.
Hello, kitty. How are you doing today?
She's cute.
Yeah, it's a girl. So when you have a pet, you call it he or she. You don't call it it. Because if it's your pet, you know if it's a boy or a girl. Can you talk, cat? Can you say meow? Meow?
Oh, she's
That's how cats talk. They say meow. Meow is a verb. I can say the cat is meowing. Cats like to meow. It's how they talk to people. They meow. And if they're really happy, they purr. Brrr. That's purr. That's the verb. Is the cat purring, Lisa?
I think so. She wants to get out.
If the cat's purring, that means the cat is happy.
She's very cute.
Oh no, she's meowing. I don't think she's happy.
She wants to get out. What is this action called?
Oh yeah, the verb is pet. You're petting the cat. Just like the name, the cat is a pet, a dog is a pet, and the verb is pet. And the past is petted. I petted my cat today, but I'm not going to pet that cat, because I don't know that cat.
She's very sweet.
I guess she likes you.
I hope someone adopts her today. Hey, Kevin, do you want to go to Marina?
Sure, let's go.
Where's Marina?
It's right there.
Where?
Right there. See? We're in Marina. We're in Marina. We're in the city of Marina.
Is it different from the marina where people dock their boats?
Oh yeah, it's different. When you talk about the marina, the place where people dock their boats, we use the article the. For a specific marina, we say the marina, a place where people dock their boats. And if you're talking about one in general, we say a. We use the article a. A marina is one in general, and the marina is a specific one. But this is different. This is a name of a city. And for names of cities, states, and countries, we don't use any articles. No a and no the. It's just marina. This is the city of Marina.
What is City Hall?
City Hall is a government office for the city. It has all the government offices for that city. For example, the mayor. The mayor works in City Hall.
What is a mayor?
A mayor is like the leader of a city government.
How do you pronounce mayor?
Mayor. Use a long A like say and day. May. Yer. The second syllable is the sound like burger. And we have to link these two sounds with y, like in yes and yellow. Together, may, yer, mayor. The mayor's office is in City Hall. The mayor works in City Hall.
Kevin, would you like to be the mayor?
Sure, it sounds like a good job. I'd love to be the mayor.
Hey, Kevin, do you want to go talk to the mayor of Marina?
Sure, let's go talk to the mayor, see how he's doing.
Let's go. Uh-oh, they're closed today. It's Saturday. We'll have to come back Monday. So remember, when you're talking about businesses, it's not correct to say they don't work or they work. We have to say they're closed or they're open. They're closed today. They'll be open Monday. We'll have to come back Monday. Hey Kevin, how old is the city of Marina?
It looks like the city of Marina was established in 1975. Pronunciation, established. The city was established in 1975. It's a pretty new city.
Are you older than Marina?
Yes, I'm older than the city of Marina. I was born in 1971. So I'm older than Marina. What about you? Are you older than Marina too?
No, I'm younger than Marina. I was born in 1980.
So, Marina was established in 1975. Write in the comments if you're older or younger than Marina.
We're at the Marina Library. It's open today. Let's go inside and learn some vocabulary.
This is a library book return. This is where you can return your books. You just put it in there and leave it. The phrasal verb is drop off. You drop off your books here. Remember, drop off is a separable phrasal verb. If I use the pronoun it, I have to put it in the middle. Drop it off. Drop it off. You can drop it off here. We see how the T in it changes to a fast D. Not drop it off, but drop it off. Drop it off. You can drop it off here. This is the book drop. This is the book return. You can say this is the book drop or this is the book return. It has two names. Here's the mayor of Marina. How do you pronounce this name? Ilamate McCutcheon maybe? I'm not sure, but I know how to pronounce mayor. She's the mayor, or maybe it's a boy. Maybe he's the mayor.
Hey Kevin, what did you find there?
We found some office supplies. Let's learn the names of these office supplies. First, this is a pencil, and this is a pencil sharpener. Let's start with the description, the adjective sharp. This pencil is sharp. It has a point. It's sharp. But if it's not sharp, then I need to sharpen the pencil. Sharpen is the verb. If you need to sharpen your pencil, you can use this machine. You can use this pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener is the name of the machine that sharpens the pencil. You just put the pencil in there and it sharpens your pencil.
And if the pencil is not sharp, is it dull?
Yeah, if the pencil's not sharp, we say the pencil is dull. It has no point. It's dull. Pronunciation, use the short sound like cup and up. This pencil's not dull, it's sharp. So I don't need to sharpen it.
Okay, what else do we have here?
All right, these, you can call this a hole puncher or a hole punch. You put the paper in there and it makes 3 holes. One here, and one here. So you can put it in your notebook. So you can put it in your binder. This is a hole punch. And this is a tape dispenser. There's no tape. There's no Scotch tape. They're out of tape. They don't have any more. If you don't have something that you normally have, we say you're out of it. They're out of tape because there's no tape on the tape dispenser.
Now what's that?
This is a stapler. This is a stapler. And you open the stapler and you see inside you have staples. These are staples. You put staples in the stapler and you staple your paper together. Staple is also the verb, it's the action. You staple the paper together with your stapler.
Have you ever stapled your finger?
No, I've never stapled my finger. Have you?
Nope.
Good job. Be careful with your stapler. And this is an eraser. We see this is an eraser and this is an eraser. Erase is the verb. You erase your mistakes with your eraser. And these are dry erase markers. They're markers for a dry erase board. They're called dry erase markers. Oh, I see a board right there. Let's go check it out. This is a dry erase board. People don't use chalkboards or blackboards anymore. Everybody uses dry erase boards. See, you write on the dry erase board with a dry erase marker. Why do they call them dry erase markers? Because you erase them and they're dry. They're not wet. Let me get an eraser, one moment. And this is the eraser. This is a dry erase eraser. You don't believe me? That's the name right there. This is a dry erase eraser because it's an eraser for dry erase markers. And it works. I erased the marker.
So what do you prefer? Do you prefer chalkboards or dry erase boards?
I prefer chalkboards because dry erase boards stink. The markers smell bad. I don't really like them.
Hey Kevin, what is that?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
This is a clipboard. Why do we call it a clipboard? Because this thing is a clip and it goes on a board. So it's called a clipboard. People carry clipboards and take notes.
Is it easier to write on the clipboard?
Yeah, it's much easier to write on the clipboard.
Hey Kevin, what is that called?
This is called a bulletin board. Pronunciation, bulletin. Use the short like look and book. Bulletin. This is a bulletin board. And we use these to attach things to the bulletin board. This is called a push pin. You use the push pin to attach paper to the bulletin board, like this. So you push the pin, that's why it's called a push pin. We use push pins to attach paper to the bulletin board.
Are they sharp?
Yes, they're very sharp. Be careful. And look what I found. I found some scissors. These are children's scissors because they're not sharp at the end. They're safer for children. But they are sharp here. Scissors. I can't say this is, I say these are. These are children's scissors. Pronunciation, scissors. Use the short I like this is. Scissors. The SC makes the S sound with no voice. And the 2 S's in the middle make a zebra sound. The sound Z. Scissors. These are scissors. These are children's scissors. We're at the Marina post office. Let's go inside and check it out.
Let's go.
I came to the post office today to pick up a package, but it's closed. I can't pick up my package today.
Do we have to come back Monday?
Yeah, we have to come back Monday to pick up the package. If I use the pronoun it, I have to put it in the middle. because pick up is a separable phrasal verb. I have to say pick it up. And we hear the T in it change to a fast D. Not pick it up, but pick it up. Link the sounds. We'll have to pick it up on Monday because it's closed today. Remember, when you talk about a post office or any business, we don't say it's not working, we say it's closed. We cannot use the verb work. We cannot say it's working or it's not working. We say it's open or it's closed. And today, the post office is closed. But even when the post office is closed, you can still come here and you can drop off your mail. You can drop off your mail right here. If you have a letter, you can drop it off. So remember, with drop it off, the T in it is a fast D. Drop it off. You can drop it off here. Or if you have a package. If you have a package, you can drop it off here. If you have a package, you can drop it off here, even when the post office is closed.
Kevin, where are we?
We're at the Marina Transit Exchange. What's a transit exchange? That's just a fancy word for bus stop. This is a bus stop in Marina.
And I see some people there. What are they doing?
They're waiting for a bus. They're at the bus stop and they're waiting for a bus. Remember, when you use the verb wait, waiting in a continuous form, the T changes to a fast D. They're waiting for a bus. And also remember, with the verb waiting, use the preposition for. They're waiting for their bus. You cannot say they're waiting a bus. They're waiting for a bus. And we hear the pronunciation of for change to fur, because it's not a stressed word. They're waiting for a bus. Or I can say they're waiting for their bus.
Hey Kevin, where are we?
We're at Marina State Beach.
And what preposition do we use?
We use the preposition at. We're at the beach. We're at Marina State Beach. We're not at the store. We're not at the post office. We're at the beach.
Can I say on the beach?
Sure. You can say on the beach when you're standing on the sand next to the water. We're not on the beach yet. We're going that way. Right now, we're at the beach. The beach is right off the highway. It's very easy to find.
So what do we say? It's off the highway?
That's right. The beach is off the highway. Or you can say it's right off the highway because it's directly off the highway. When you say it's right off the highway, you hear the T change to a fast D because it's between vowels. It's right off the highway.
Do you want to go and see the beach?
Sure, let's go check it out.
Hey Kevin, look, there's the marina.
Where?
The marina is right there behind you.
Let's go see the marina.
Sure, let's go. Here we are at the marina. Here's the marina.
That's right, this is a marina. A marina is a place where people park their boats, especially for recreational boats. And park, can you say you park your boat at the marina? Well, they have a special word, they say dock. You dock your boat at the marina. And what is a marina? It's a series of docks. That's right, dock is also a noun. A marina is a series of docks where people dock their boats.
Is there a marina near here?
Yes, there's one near here. The marina is right here. If you ask the question, where is the marina? I can say, the marina is right here, or I can use it. It's right here.
Kevin, what preposition do we use?
You can say in the marina or at the marina. Both are correct. I think at the marina sounds better, but let's look at the sign. What does the sign say? The sign says, no fishing in the marina. So you can say in the marina too.
Where are we?
We're at the marina.
Hey Kevin, where does the word marina come from?
The word marina comes from the word marine. Let's read the sign. State marine protected areas. They're referring to the ocean. We use the word marine to refer to the ocean. That's why it's called a marina. And this is a boat ramp. Ramp. This is a boat ramp. It's where people can put their boats on the trailer and get the boat out of the ocean. It's called a boat ramp. And this is a dock. Let's walk on the dock. Come on, let's walk on the dock. So we're walking on the dock. We use the preposition on. We're walking on the dock. And if you go fishing, you fish off the dock. But the sign said no fishing, so there's no fishing off the dock. We use the preposition off when we talk about fishing. There's no fishing off the dock. It's not allowed. And we're walking on the dock. This is a dock. And remember, this is the marina, and the marina is a series of docks. We're here at the boat ramp. Let's read what the sign says. What does the sign say? The sign says, caution, pedestrians yield to launch ramp traffic. What does that mean? Well, caution means be careful. Pedestrians are people who are walking. Like me, I'm a pedestrian. Pedestrians yield to launch ramp traffic. Yield is the verb. It means to give right of way. To give the right of way to the other people, or in this case, to the traffic. What is the traffic? The trucks that are loading the boats. I have to yield to the trucks that are loading their boats. I have to let them go first. That's what yield means, to let the other person go first. And why do they say launch ramp? Launch ramp traffic. I say this is a boat ramp, but the sign says this is a launch ramp. Sure, you can call it that too. But why do they call it a launch ramp? Because you launch your boat from the ramp. You let the boat out in the ocean. That's the action launch. You launch your boat, you can call it a launch ramp. I just call it a boat ramp. Lisa's walking down the dock. You can say she's walking on the dock, or you can say she's walking down the dock. Because she's going that way. She's walking down the dock.
Hey Kevin, what kind of boats are those?
Those are called sailboats. There are a lot of sailboats in the marina today. How do I know they're sailboats? Because they all have a mast. This is a mast on a sailboat. The mast is where you put the sail. The sail goes on the mast.
And what's the action?
The action is sail too.
Can I say go sailing?
Sure, it's an activity. It's a fun activity, so you can say go sailing. I'm going to go sailing on my sailboat. I'm going to sail far away on my sailboat.
Do you have a sailboat, Kevin?
No, it's an example.
Hey Kevin, what about those boats behind you?
Oh, those boats. Those aren't sailboats. Those are motorboats. You see, there's no mast and you have a motor in the back. There's a motor in the back. That's how you know it's a motorboat. These are motorboats.
How do you pronounce the word motor?
Motor. In American English, we pronounce it with a long O, mo. The T is a fast D, da-da-da, mode, motor. Motor. They're called motorboats.
Hey Kevin, what is this thing called?
That's called a buoy. That's a buoy. It just floats. I don't know why this buoy is here, but it's called a buoy. Pronunciation, use a long oo, like food. Ooh, boo, buoy. And then the long E like green beans. And link the vowels. Buoy. When you link the vowels, you hear kind of a W sound. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Together, boo, buoy. This is called a buoy.
And what's the action?
The verb is float. The buoy is just floating in the water. And I don't know why it's floating in the water, but that's what it's doing. The buoy is tied to the dock. The buoy is tied to the dock. When you link the sounds, the D links to the T in to. Together, tied to the dock. And the word to is pronounced t. Not to, but t, because the word is not stressed. The buoy is tied to the dock. And let's talk about the difference between these two words. Tied, the buoy is tied to the dock, and the word tight. They sound similar, but they are different words. When I say tight, you have a T at the end, but you hear a stop T. So people say tight, tight. Not the same as tied. Let's check if the rope is tight or loose. The rope isn't tight, it's loose. It's not tight, it's loose. This is loose, not tight. But this is tight. So I can say it's tied very tight. The rope is tied very tight. A boat is coming into the marina. The boat is going to come into the marina and dock. We use dock instead of park. The boat is going to dock in the marina.
Are there people on the boat?
Yeah, there are people on the boat.
And what are they gonna do?
They're gonna get off the boat. You get on the boat and you get off the boat. They're gonna get off the boat.
What did he do?
He tied the boat to the dock. They docked the boat, that's the verb in the past. They docked the boat, and he tied the boat to the dock. That's the noun dock. He tied the boat to the dock. Hey, look where we are. We're at the Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club. Monterey. You have NT, you don't hear the T when it's between vowels. Monterey. You can say Monterey, but you'll usually hear Monterey. Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club. What is a peninsula? Well, it's not an island. It's connected to the land, so it's a peninsula. That's where we are. The Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club. Pronunciation, yacht. The CH is silent. Don't pronounce the CH. It's yacht. The vowel ah is the open ah sound like hot and stop. Together, yacht. The T is a stop T at the end after the vowel. Yacht. Yacht. Stop the air with your tongue. Yacht. This is the Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club, and it was established in 1953. It's really old. EST means established. It's when it opened. It's when it started. The club was established in 1953. That was a long time ago. Let's go check it out. Oh no! It's a private club, members only. And we're not members, so we can't go. We found another sign about the yacht club. What does it say? It says Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club, founded in 1953. It was founded in 1953. So founded is like established. Pronunciation, established or founded. It was founded in 1953.
Hey Kevin, where do you want to go next?
Let's go check out Fisherman's Wharf. The sign says Fisherman's Wharf is that way. Let's go check it out.
What about the harbor?
The harbor? A harbor is a safe place for boats to dock when there's bad weather. But really, the harbor is the whole area. It's the wharf, the marina, the docks, everything. That's the harbor. Look, we found some sea lions. The sea lions are on the dock, enjoying the sunny day. We're at Fisherman's Wharf. It's a big tourist attraction here in Monterey. So let's go check it out. Now we're here. We're on the wharf. We're on Fisherman's Wharf. If I say the name, Fisherman's Wharf, there's no article the. We're on Fisherman's Wharf. It's the name of the wharf. But I can say we're on the wharf too. Then I use the article the. We're on the wharf. Remember, the preposition is on. We're on the wharf. And what is a wharf? A wharf is a series of docks for commercial boats to load and unload cargo or passengers. This is the wharf. This is Fisherman's Wharf in Monterey, California. But it's also a big tourist attraction with a lot of restaurants and shops. Look what we found. We found some sailboats that are out of the water. This is a wooden sailboat. Wooden is the adjective to describe something that's made out of wood. This is an old wooden sailboat. And what are they doing? They're working on it. They're sanding down the old wood and they're going to paint it again. They're going to repaint it. They're going to sand it down and repaint the boat. So the verb is sand. You use sandpaper on the wood. The verb is sand. You sand the wood. Or you can use the phrasal verb sand down. They need to sand down the wood and repaint the boat. And this is a new sailboat. It's not a wooden sailboat. I think it's made of fiberglass. I'm not sure. But this is a new sailboat. Let's talk about the parts of the boat. This is called the rudder. Rudder. This is the rudder of the boat. It's how you steer the boat. Pronunciation, rudder. Use the short sound like cup and up. Rudder. This is the rudder. And that's the propeller. That's the propeller that makes it move. If you don't have the sails up, you use the propeller. So it has a motor too, in case it's not windy that day. We found some more docks, and we found this sign. The sign says, no fishing from dock. In conversational English, we would say, no fishing from the dock. We would use the article the, but it's a sign, you know. No fishing from the dock. You can use the preposition from, or you can use the preposition off. Both prepositions are correct. Now we're here at the pier. This is a pier. What's a pier? A pier is like a long dock that goes out into the ocean. This is a pier. And the pronunciation is like ear and hear. Pier. This is the pier. And you can say this is a harbor. Harbor, pronunciation. Use the R sound like far and car, har. And the second syllable is like burger. Together, harbor. This is a harbor. It's a safe place for boats to go when the weather is bad. But these boats are not docked at any dock. They're anchored. They're anchored in the harbor. We have the noun anchor, and we have the verb anchored with a D sound, anchored. The boats are anchored in the harbor. The noun anchor. This is an anchor. And the boats are anchored in the harbor. Pronunciation of the word anchor. Use a long A like say and day. A, anchor. And the second syllable is the like burger. Together, anchor. And keep watching for a complete explanation of the pronunciation of words with ANK and ANG. When you see words with ANK or ANG in the dictionary, it says to use the sound A like apple and black cat. But people don't really talk like that. We use the long A, like plate and date. A. So again, words with ANK and ANG use the long A sound, like plate and date. Example, bank. We don't say bank. It's not a, like black cat, bank. It's bank. Bank. Use the long A sound. This is a bank. Or words like bankrupt and bankruptcy also use the long A because you have ANK. Example, the business closed. The business went bankrupt. Go in the past, went. The business went bankrupt. I use the verb go. The business will go bankrupt in the future, but this business went bankrupt in the past. Or the word bankruptcy. With bankruptcy, we use the verb file. File for bankruptcy. The business, the company, filed for bankruptcy. Let's hear some examples.
I mean, she's back now, but I don't want to go bankrupt.
Listen, you've seen almost every independent clinic in this area either go bankrupt or shut down.
If the victims of these attacks or their families attempt to sue the airline industry for damages, we will go bankrupt.
Let's practice. Did the business go bankrupt? That's right. The business went bankrupt. Did they file for bankruptcy? That's right. They filed for bankruptcy. And this word, blank. We don't say blank. It's blank. Use the long A sound. Example, this is a blank piece of paper. Let's hear some examples.
It was blank, but the postmark said Fort Hancock, Texas.
Just give me a pen. I'll sign a blank piece of paper. You can fill out whatever.
Example, I need to make some notes. I need a blank piece of paper. Let's practice. Do you need to make some notes? Do you need a blank piece of paper? That's right. I need a blank piece of paper. Another example is prank. A prank is like a joke. You play a trick on someone for fun. Sometimes it's mean. That's a prank. And it has the long A sound. Prank. You can say it different ways. You can say, he played a prank on me with the verb play. He played a prank on me. And the preposition on. He played a prank on me. Or I can use the verb pull. Pull in the past, pulled. He pulled a prank on me. Same preposition, on. He pulled a prank on me. Or I can use prank as a verb, and I can change it to the past with ed. Pronunciation, pranked. He pranked me. When I use prank as a verb, there's no preposition. There's no on. Just, he pranked me. Let's hear some examples.
Are you playing a prank on me? Because you were talking earlier about deleting pictures.
Please tell me you found this in a dumpster and you're playing some prank on me.
I think these guys are trying to play some sort of a Halloween prank on us, but I'm not buying it, are you? No!
He's fine. It was just a prank he and his friends pulled.
It's one thing to pull a prank.
Pull a prank?
It's another one to hurt someone.
Muffy told me to say I was her cousin so we could pull the prank on the ferry.
I heard your roommate pranked your boy Nardo's wedding.
Well, Cody pranked you, but I made him stop.
Well, pulling someone's pants down when they don't expect it, that is a prank, but...
We pranked their house. Big deal.
Another example of ANK is this word, drank. In the present, drink. In the past, drank. Remember, use the long A sound. It's not drank. It's not a like apple. It's a. Dray. Drank. In the present, drink. In the past, drank. And the participle is drunk. So let's practice with the past. Drank. He is still drinking his water, but she drank all her water. She drank it all. She drank all her water. I can say she drank it all. He's still drinking, but she drank it all. He's still drinking his water, but she drank it all. She drank all her water. Let's hear some examples.
But today she drank it all right there from the fridge.
Kids drank it all.
Hey, what happened to all the Gatorade?
Exactly. They drank it all.
I can't believe it! He drank it all! Help me out!
I can't. She drank it all.
Let's practice. Does she still have water or did she drink it all? That's right. She drank it all. And we have this word, cranky. It's not cranky. It's cray. Cranky. Cranky means grumpy or grouchy. These are all synonyms. It means you're in a bad mood. If you're cranky, grumpy, or grouchy, you are in a bad mood. Example, she's cranky in the morning before she has her coffee. She's not in a good mood. You can also use the verb get. I get and you get, but she gets. She gets cranky in the morning before she has her coffee. She's upset. She's not happy. She's not in a good mood. Let's hear some examples.
And then when she's hungry, she's weak and cranky and ugly.
Makes you cranky, raises your blood sugar and all that. I see a cranky old woman too tired to play games. Isn't she a cranky old maid?
Dad's gonna be cranky and he's not gonna want anyone bringing up his age.
So I'm a little cranky, and if I were you, I wouldn't mess with me.
Let's practice. Is she cranky in the morning? That's right, she's cranky in the morning. Does she get cranky before she has her coffee? That's right, she gets cranky in the morning before she has her coffee. Now let's look at this word, yank. Yank is a verb. It's an action. It means to pull something away. To pull something away very fast. To take something very fast. Yank.
I grabbed her ear and damn near yanked her out of the room. I was so angry.
The front panels were yanked off. What if these are stuck closed? Because you yanked them closed.
Something grabbed my hand and yanked me right to the floor.
All the festering wounds of your marriage, the disappointments, the resentments, they're gone in one clean yank and you're free.
Example, he yanked the toy away from the girl. He yanked it out of her hands, and now she's crying. We see the prepositions out of. He yanked it out of her hands. He took it away. He took it away quickly. He yanked it out of her hands. and now she's crying. What happened? Did he take her toy away? Did he yank it out of her hands? That's right, he yanked it out of her hands. Now let's look at some words with A-N-G, making the same long A sound, A, like date and plate. Example, hanger. This is a hanger. I hang my clothes on the hanger. So the word hang, A-N-G, has the long A. Hang is not hang, it's hang. I hang my clothes on a hanger. Remember, hanger does not have a hard G sound. It's not hanger. It's hanger. Make the sound in your nose, and then hanger. I hang my clothes on a hanger. I hang my sweater on a hanger. What about you? Do you hang your sweater on a hanger? That's right, I hang my sweater on a hanger. And this word, angle. With angle, we pronounce the hard G sound. Angle, angle. Use the long A, angle. This is a right angle. An angle that is 90 degrees is called a right angle. So this is a right angle. Let's practice. Is this a right angle? That's right, this is a right angle. And this word is mango. Mango. Use the long A. It's not mango and it's not mango. In English it is mango. With this word we pronounce the hard G sound. So it's mango. Mango.
Would you like to try our mango fruit blast?
Hey, strawberry, mango, and blueberry.
I don't like mangoes. I don't like to eat mangoes because they're too difficult to peel and they make a mess. But I like the flavor, so I like mango juice. Let's practice. What about you? Do you like mangoes? Very good. And do you like drinking mango juice? Very good. And this word is slang. We see A-N-G, so we use the long A sound. It's not slang, it's slang. A, slang. Slang is not countable, so I cannot say it's a slang. It's just slang. Slang is expressions and words that people use for a short time because they're popular and then they disappear. So I don't like slang. I don't like slang because it changes constantly. I don't like teaching slang because maybe in a year it'll be gone and no one will use the word anymore. So I don't like teaching slang.
What is fetch? Oh, it's like slang from England.
Jarhead. Noun. Slang for marine.
If you want to learn slang, you can go to this website. It's called Urban Dictionary, and it has a lot of slang. So if you want to learn slang, go to Urban Dictionary. Let's practice. If you want to learn slang, where should you go? That's right. If you want to learn slang, go to Urban Dictionary. They have a lot of slang. And now let's talk about some words that are not spelled A-N-K or A-N-G, but phonetically they make the same sound. And for this reason, we pronounce them with the long A. With anchor, the CH makes the k sound. So for that reason, we pronounce the A with a long A sound. Anchor. Anchor. This is an anchor. And the anchor is very heavy. Let's practice. Is the anchor heavy or light? That's right, the anchor is heavy. It's not light. And this word, anxious. Anxious has a soft K sound. It's not anxious, it's a softer K. Anxious. Anxious. Anxious has two meanings. Anxious can mean worried, worried and upset. I'm anxious about the meeting. I'm worried about the meeting. I use the preposition about. I'm anxious about the meeting. But if I change the preposition and I say I'm anxious to do something, I'm anxious to go to the party, That's a different meaning. That means I want to do it. Not exactly excited, but I want to do it. I want to do it soon. I want to do it as soon as possible. I'm anxious to do it. I'm anxious to go to the party. Not the same as worried. It means you want to do something soon. Let's hear some examples.
I just don't want you to get too anxious about the seating chart.
You're not even a little anxious about it?
Yeah, the point is I'm way too anxious about what could happen 5 minutes from now to be content with now.
My mom was getting really anxious about the sun coming up.
That's what made me anxious about the play. I mean, how do you figure out the right thing to do?
That's an anxiety dream. Are you anxious about something?
Why are they so anxious to arrest so many scientists?
I mean, I've been getting so anxious to get back there, and there's...
I'm not that anxious to get there.
She was so anxious to get home.
I was so anxious to get here, I didn't get a chance to eat.
Oh, no, that's all right.
I've never seen somebody so anxious to get to jail.
Example, he's anxious about the test. He has to take a test and he's worried about it because he didn't study. He didn't study very well, so now he's anxious about the test. We use the preposition about when the idea is worried. He's anxious about the test. Let's practice. Is he anxious about the test? That's right, he's anxious about the test because he didn't study. A different example. Now this boy, he wants to open the present. He wants to open the present as soon as possible. So I say he's anxious to open the present. I use to plus the action open. This has a different meaning. It means he wants to do it as soon as possible. He's anxious to open the present. Let's practice. Is he anxious to open the present? That's right, he's anxious to open the present.
Thanks. We use the long A. Thanks. Thank you. Sank. In the present sink. In the past sank. The Titanic sank. Let's practice. Did the Titanic sink? That's right. The Titanic sank. Good job. Ankle. Ankle. Use the long A. Ankle. Her ankle hurts. Let's practice. Does her ankle hurt? That's right. Her ankle hurts. It's a fish tank. I don't have a fish tank. Do you have a fish tank? Are there a lot of fish in the tank? That's right. There are a lot of fish in the tank. Good job. Hang. Use the long A. Hang. She is hanging the clothes on the line. Let's practice. What is she doing? That's right. She is hanging the clothes on the line. Good job. Language. I speak 3 languages. How many languages do you speak? Good job. Ring. In the past, rang. The bell rang at 10. Let's practice. When did the bell ring? That's right. The bell rang at 10. Good job.
So remember, when you see A-N-K or A-N-G, use the long A sound.